Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Embers of the Wilds. It's been a hot minute since we've played last, but we have a lot coming up. There is a silver dragon to hang out with, there's a new city to explore, there's level ups, there's new HP, there's stats, there's abilities, there's maybe looking after some golem things, there's dwarves. It's a lot to do. So, where did we leave off? Some level ups.
I think so.
Yes.
Yes. There were some decisions that we had decided to postpone and think about, and I think those have been made now. So let's start with Autumn. What decisions have you made about your character?
Double checking that I grabbed all the spells that I should have.
Mm-hmm.
And it does look like I have.
Nice.
Level. Yes, perfect. So I think I gained a new spell, but I swapped out one that I had previously. So I gained Identify. So the spell
Nice.
lets me touch an object, and if it's a magic item or a magic imbued item, then I learn its properties. So might have been useful for the whole golem situation, but now we have it for the future. And then I picked up a cantrip as well. That's Vicious Mockery.
That's a fun one.
To just unleash a string of insults imbued with enchantments. So I really like that. I feel like it's in line with like cutting words as well. And then I decided to put my skill points into con. So now I have 29 hit points. I have a +1 con modifier. I'm invincible.
Get that 20% HP buff.
Love it, yes.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay. Who else had some level ups? Kyra, you leveled up.
I left off with a decision of if I would change anything, and I'm not going to change anything. So there we go.
Excellent.
You're just stronger now. Just straight up.
Yes. Yeah. What we did last time is I boosted strength and con.
Ah, right, because they were
I
each
think maybe
odd.
Dex and con. One of those two.
They were a little bit low, you know. You had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I wasn't at +4 con. You know, you got to have that like average person +4 normal people.
Exactly. Yeah.
To remind us all of her stats, it's 2 18s, 2 16s, and 2 14s. Just so we all know where we're standing here. Look at that confident sip of tea, mocking the rest of us. Pearl, where did we leave off with you?
So strong.
Okay. Maybe I should have increased my con. But I figured I would take the mobile feat instead. Yes. So that's what I'm gonna do. So my speed increases by 10 feet. I can, whenever I use dash, difficult terrain doesn't cost extra movement. And this is probably not as relevant, but whenever I make a melee attack against a creature, I don't provoke opportunity attacks from that creature for the rest of the turn. Even if I miss, so I can just run up and try to slap someone and run away, and they won't be able to hit me. So, not that I'm like a good melee character, I guess, but I do have
It helps
claws,
to
so-
have some escape, you know?
Yeah.
Especially with your feline agility, you can like bat at somebody and then run away really quickly and still get your full move.
Yes.
It's nice.
And so,
And what about spells? What about magic?
yeah, that's the difficult one. I haven't fully decided, so I'm considering like pretending that I've fully decided now and just click a few things and like say that I decided to get those. It's hard. I don't really know. Do I have to decide now, or can I wait a little bit?
You can wait, but you'll have.
I don't want to like pick a spell given any situation and then I have that spell and just kind of cheating.
Right. Yeah, I want to avoid a situation where we're in a precarious situation and you're like, aha, well, I've decided which spell I'm learning right now.
Okay.
As long as we can avoid that, then we're cool. You can wait.
Okay.
You can learn a spell on a long rest then.
Okay, I think for cantrip, I'm gonna pick up message. because I get an extra cantrip.
We can message each other.
Yes, DMs. Hell
DM.
but yeah, otherwise I was thinking I would swap Thunderwave with, I think there's a level 2 AoE spell that's pretty good. I think I might do that, but then I'm sort of deciding between Misty Step and Alter Self. I don't know which one I want to do yet. Yeah, Alter Self would be useful, but it's a bit spooky. So I'm not sure. So yeah,
Well,
I'm gonna quickly look up that spell that is the AoE because I'm pretty sure I want that one. I forget what it's called.
5e sorcerer AoE spell.
Yeah.
We're Crucible now. Shadow Dive. Let's go. Destiny memes.
Yee.
Okay, yeah, I think it's Shatter. Pretty sure that's the one. And when I swap spells, I can like swap away a level 1 spell for an extra level 2 spell, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because in that case, I'm swapping away Thunderwave.
Okay.
For that one.
All right. Well, we left off in the town of Fairport. Let's see. Where exactly? You've already talked to the mayor, a woman by the name of Lethrin, who is sort of more of an academic or what do you call it? An accountant more than an actual bureaucrat who seems to just be in charge around here. You have met the dragon, the silver dragon, Sylvanothernes, who goes by Sylvana or Sylvanos or something like that. And you spoke to Hornet the dwarf, hoping to get someone who could repair the golem. And unfortunately, she told you that she has no ability to do that. You'd need a powerful wizard of some kind, and she didn't have any leads for you. And where we're going to pick up is the next day when y'all are awoken. Everyone take a gold. Yeah, I know, I forgot about it too. When y'all are awoken, and Hornet is here with a message for, I believe it was Kyra who was talking to Hornet last time.
Hi, what?
So she's waiting outside your door as she gives it a wrap for a little while. And when you step out with no real small talk or anything, she just looks at you or looks up at you, feet stomped pretty squarely, and says, I forgot something. There is someone who might know something about this, but I don't know if they're still alive.
Always a good start.
There's a city called Ipsum. If you head up the river, take a right at the fork, go all the way to the back. I haven't heard much of them since the war, but occasionally someone comes from that direction, so I think the city still stands. There's a
Interesting.
prince who runs the place named Sumaya. And there's a wizard who worked for this prince named Maven. Maven might know something. But Maven might be dead. The prince might be dead. Their dinosaurs might have gotten loose. Who knows? It could be very dangerous. Sorry, I can't believe I forgot about that yesterday.
Well, thank you for that. Yeah, thank you so much. That's incredibly useful.
She regards you for another moment and then turns and sort of stomps off and disappears down the stairs.
We picked different rooms, right? I think we did.
I believe you all have your own bedrooms.
Right, yeah.
Someone
Luxury
note that
suites.
down because my computer's being fucked right now.
I think I have bad notes on this. That might lead us somewhere else. I'm not sure if I picked up all the names correctly. Up the river?
Yeah, could you repeat that? I'm sorry, because my computer's just completely freaking out right now and I cannot take notes.
Of course. up the river from Fairport. If you hook a right at the fork, it will take you to a town or a city of some kind called Ipsum, in which there is a prince who rules it named Sumaya and a mage named Maven who both reside there. Now, very little has been heard from the city since the war. No one's really sure what the situation is, but every now and then someone makes their way down here from the place. So it seems to still be standing. Or, maybe everyone's leaving because it's not standing anymore. There was also an off comment about the prince having dinosaurs that might have gotten loose.
Damn.
Sort of a question mark on what that is.
So dinosaurs straight up like exist in this world?
Straight up exist. Absolutely. 100%.
What
Neat.
is it like a misunderstanding about what a dinosaur is? Is like our friend Silvano his dino?
Okay. Can we consider for a moment about the creatures in a D&D world and how weird a dinosaur would be in the D&D world?
Not at all.
It would not be weird whatsoever.
We kind of already ran into those like big chickens.
Yeah.
That's
What?
more accurate to what a dinosaur is, I think. Like little dudes with feathers.
Yeah,
Wait, did we though? Or
yeah, those chicken legs.
That was
With a
like
big
a long
round.
time ago. It was in the forest.
Yeah.
We killed the pack of chicken.
but remember the like cylindrical dogs with like round mouths and teeth? Were they the chickens or?
Yeah,
No.
they look like chickens.
Oh,
They
Right?
weren't.
okay.
They were like little chonkers with beaks.
Chompies, yeah.
I don't remember the beaks.
They were very toothy, though.
Yes, that's what I do remember. Anyway,
Not kobolds. Very much not kobolds.
yeah.
No.
And also, those are definitely not dinosaurs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're apparently
They're-
dogs, right?
They're bad boys.
Or
Yeah, I use canine kobolds. The old kobolds from the olden days, before they had their draconic associations, were more like dog-like minions. So, you
Walking
guys
back
wake
down.
up and
Get another gold.
slowly filter down and get another gold as you come to your seat where the food is laid out and someone left a tip there and y'all can just take the tip and pocket it yourself. And
Candy.
you're downstairs in the tavern and can speak amongst each other.
Kyra, who was that at your door? I think I heard someone knocking.
Yeah, so I went investigating for some information on how we could repair some of our golem. Which isn't a very pressing concern right now, but if we do have some encounters in the future, that may become something that we would want to explore. So it turns out up the river, there may or may not be a possibly destroyed town with possibly a dead or alive wizard who might be able to help us. So, yeah, sounds like a lead.
Sounds a little bit scary. I mostly remember lots of draconians to the west.
Yes, that is something that I'm very concerned about, and I would like to get home as soon as possible.
Do you know how far away it was?
No, it's up the river. It seems like a couple days journey at least.
I'm taking a sneak peek at the map.
It's not on
And
the
two.
map, right?
It is a ways away. And we do have cargo with us to return. However, that information could be useful for us back home. It could solve a lot of our problems.
If it's not very
It was up
far,
the
it's probably
Fairport
not.
River specifically, right?
What?
It was up the Fairport River.
Mm-hmm.
Up meaning west, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If it's not very far, I think we should do it. I think all of our stuff should be safe here in Fairport, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sketched out. I want to get home, but because like there's draconians, there's all sorts of spooky things. We don't need to repair the golem right now. We can explore this lead later.
Yeah, we could go either way, I think. I mean, we've journeyed here once, so we could do that again, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
So
That's true.
homeward bound we are?
Although we were still going to set up an audience with the mayor and the dragon, right? They were going to meet each other. I think that was
Yes.
for today at some point. I don't know
Yes.
if we decided. Actually, what day is it today? My notes don't have it. I only know we arrived in Valebrook on the 17th. But I don't know when we arrived at Fairport.
Sorry.
Wait, what was that?
I don't know if y'all were into esports about 10 years ago. There were these GG buttons that they had for
Yes. Yes. Yes.
yeah. So
Damn.
I picked up one
Wow.
and I got if you guys were into StarCraft, Idra to sign it, which is amazing if you know anything about StarCraft and Idra.
That is amazing. I was that was the hotness. I won't. Okay, when I was in college, we did esports stuff, and we would go to like literally bars and rent it out and put the championships on. Whoa!
Wait, wasn't
Throwback.
Idra the angry person?
The one who never GG'd? Yeah.
Yeah, a very like salty individual.
Deeply.
Which is absolutely why I had to get his signature on it. Anyway, the date today is yesterday was the 21st. It was Pearl's birthday, and today is the 22nd.
Oh, so we arrived in town on the 21st.
On
Right.
the 21st.
Did we celebrate it enough?
No, you didn't. You just ignored
No
it.
one even noticed.
Wait, but we went shopping.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
But
So maybe
did
that
you
counts.
get any gifts for her?
I mean, not any.
No, I got
gifts,
5
but-
dresses. Heck.
Well, Pearl, is there anything you'd like to do for your birthday?
No, I'm just gonna passively aggressively stay silent about it.
So we're still in the inn, right? We're kind of like breakfasting, like bed and breakfast. I want to go to our host and do the like whisper, like it's and like let them know, and then also like shove a gold coin across to them. It's special.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to hide my identity.
The innkeep bobs her head up and down and says, how old is your friend, so I know how many candles to put on?
So it's a little bit different for Tabaxi. Let's just say she's the perfect age.
The innkeep muses for a moment and says, one candle will do then. One large candle. And disappears into the back before coming out with... what is a dessert they would have on hand in Fairport? They come out with their very best key lime pie with one sort of normal candle that you would find on a sconce on a wall somewhere, kind of like a half-inch thick, 4 or 5 inches tall, and just put in the middle of it and bring it to your table lit. And says, surprise! Happy birthday! Your friend said that it was your birthday, and starts to applaud. And the
thank
rest
you
of the
so
bar
much.
kind of like
And
hears the surprise and the applauding, and there's sort of like a light applause from everyone else as they look over, and soon all eyes in the
Kinda-
tavern are on you.
look around nervously and try to look away from everyone.
And I'm gonna pull out my lyre and start singing happy birthday.
Oh my goodness.
This is like Chili's level, like Applebee's level cringe.
Okay,
Yes.
do I make a con check to see if I survive this social situation, or?
I do believe that's the necessary check, yes.
Okay.
Can you prevent the blood from rushing to your face? Can you hold your head up high enough?
Exactly.
Is your back
Pass out.
right? Are your back muscles strong, or do you just like slink?
Okay, there we go.
Oh yeah! Soon, Pearl is semi-curled up underneath the table.
I very
avoiding
slowly
eye contact.
eat little bits of this pie. Thank you so much, Tristal. You really didn't have to, but thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome, Pearl.
Well, breakfast finished. The party heads out of the tavern, and you will find a messenger or an emissary of the mayor here waiting to bend your ear. They will walk up and greet you. It is a middle-aged woman with a sort of a green top and a green pointy hat with a feather out of it, and she gives you a stiff bow and says, I'm here on behalf of the mayor of Fairport, Lethrin herself, to escort you to the mayor, so that you may, I believe, help us speak with the great worm guarding the pass.
Yes, I believe so.
Lead the way.
Right this way. And she bows and leads you towards the mayor's office, which is just a small little building near the port side of town. Is there anything you guys would like to say or do amongst yourselves before you are face to face with the mayor?
I don't think so. Or is there?
I guess is there maybe we should discuss, is there a certain way we should approach this, like, politically tactfully? I did forget to mention whilst in court that the dragon did request some type of tribute in exchange, so bringing that up may be good, but
Probably, yeah. Or at least tell that to the mayor before we meet the dragon so that it's not a surprise in the moment, right?
maybe. We could also let the dragon speak for himself.
Could do that. And I believe the dragon is more intimidating than we are, so might have more sway.
That's true. That's true. It's a lot harder to say no to someone of his stature.
Exactly.
I'm down with that.
Okay.
Okay. Great. Well then, you will arrive at the mayor's place, be brought before her, and she will sit there in a chair as you arrive, standing up to motion you down before seating herself again. Her curly bob brown hair framing her acne-scarred face, always with the dirty, ink-covered fingers and a notebook in hand. She pops it open, flips a couple pages back, gets to a page, and says, thank you, travelers and wanderers, for coming to visit us and bringing me information regarding this worm out in front of our lovely little port town over here. Now, as I recall, it's a silver dragon.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, silver dragon. And it's about, you said, 50 feet long in the body and 30 feet in the tail?
Roughly.
Okay. Okay. Well, I've talked with my counselors, and I do believe that this is a creature with which we should treat. We should know now whether it will be friend or foe, but based on what you say, it seems like this creature is peaceful. Would you?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
At the very least, toward us, it was peaceful, and it seemed to have some interest in your town and perhaps even protecting the town.
Oh, most
in
definitely.
exchange for
'Cause
getting to live here.
we had an encounter just outside of town, and he even noted that the area would probably be well served to be protected.
This sounds great. In fact, it sounds too good to be true. So I have left my second in command here in town with orders of how things should proceed should I not come back.
I don't think the dragon has any intention of killing you, That sounds
Oh,
horrible.
I certainly hope not. But just in case, I was hoping the three of you could escort me out there, so none of our town guard will risk themselves should things go poorly.
Of course,
Would that
of
be?
course.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I've made my preparations, so whenever you're ready to leave, I'm ready to go.
Okay, yeah, I think we'd be able to go right now.
Yep.
Okay, let's go. She pops up, folds her book together, pockets some quill and ink in a little case, and walks out the door with you. Now, on the way to the pass of Fairport, is there anything you say or do before you arrive? Doesn't seem like there's anything to say or do.
I think so.
I don't.
I'm going to put on my aqua blue gown for the occasion.
Important.
Are you matching the silvery blue tones
Yeah.
of the dragon? Nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And who walks in the front of the party?
I think I will.
Okay. Just to always be sure. You never know what's going to happen out here. Let me get some dice.
Everything goes fine.
Well, you, the whole party, shall arrive here in Fairport Pass and make your way in the direction of the Dragon's Lair, which you know to be back there. Whoops, that's not supposed to be there. Back in this top right corner is where you know the Dragon's Lair to be. But the dragon is not outside of their lair at the moment. They must be inside or elsewhere or hiding or who knows what a dragon does with their time. But here you are with the mare walking up the pass.
I think I'd be a little worried about going into a dragon's lair. Just
Yeah.
so I think I'd rather call out and say hello.
I can also call out loudly by using the cantrip minor illusion to amplify my voice.
Well,
Who
that will
spoke
do
the
it. I was
dragon?
going to start asking for rolls, but if you can amplify your voice with magic, then you just let out a big booming.
Roar.
What is it that you say?
Oh, Silvano!
There is the sound of shifting rocks, and after a moment, a large silvery head pokes its way out of the very front. It sort of looks around and then lifts up and looks down at you, and the dragon stomps out, and the mare backs up a little bit, instantly intimidated by the monstrous size of this creature.
Look, it's really scary, I know, but it's fine. It's really friendly.
Who summons me?
Well, nudging Tristal on the elbow.
Why, hello, Silvano. It is us, the Fair Band of Adventurers. We've come bearing an audience for you with the mayor herself, as requested.
It stomps out of the lair, looking left and right, making sure this isn't some sort of trap. And then, regarding the four of you for a moment before dipping their head all the way to the ground in sort of a gesture of respect and humility. Why, hello there! Is this the emissary of the town behind you? Greetings, fair child, the dragon calls. And awkwardly, timidly stepping forward, Lethrin waves at the dragon. Hello! I'm the mayor! I'm here to see what you have to say! Lethrin looks at the three of you.
You're doing great.
Rather than just have me carry a conversation with myself,
Yeah.
terrible. We're just gonna speed this up a little bit. The dragon
Yeah.
explains their situation. They're looking for a home. This place is cozy, just the sort of place they'd like to settle. There's monsters around that they can eat, and in exchange for the kindness of the town, the dragon would be happy to just sit here and guard the pass, which could benefit the town if the town will happily let the dragon sit here. And the mayor asks if the dragon needs anything in exchange for this service, if there's, a demand of tribute, or do they need to subjugate themselves. And Solano says, no, 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 I'm happy to make friends and just make a home. I will feast on the things that would cause you trouble, and if you bring me any trouble, I can feast on that. We can be in a happy, cozy, symbiotic relationship as long as you treat me well. And the mayor bobs their head excitedly. Yeah, yes, we'd be very happy to play host to a silver dragon. As our mutual friends over here, she says, gesturing to the three of you, noted there are hobgoblins and other monsters nearby, and having something like you here would serve us well. The dragon bobs his head and says, thank you, Mayor. I hope to make this place my home for, I guess, longer than your bloodline will run. And the mayor and the dragon come to a happy agreement, and the dragon quickly recedes into their lair afterwards, saying that they need to go take a nap. And once the dragon is gone, the mayor turns back to you, shakes each of your hands in turn. Thank you for all of you for this. I think I need to go back to town and make arrangements and sort out details with the captain of the guard and the merchants guilds, and need to make sure everyone on the road is safe and set up some sort of signals. I guess you don't need to know the details, but
How are you?
is there anything I can do to repay you for your assistance in this endeavor?
Well, since you're offering, we were wondering, so we make our way across many different villages and towns quite often. So we've been staying in the inn. It is a fair establishment, just a fine place to stay. I was wondering if, in repayment, you could maybe offer something a little bit nicer for when we come in town.
Room and board when you visit.
Yes. Preferably with amenities.
The mayor considers. Oops. The inn is one of the nicer buildings in town. I can have the treasury pay for your accommodations, or I could put you up in my own domicile. But I don't think it's actually quite as nice as the inn.
Well, then that's quite fair.
Would you prefer to stay in the inn or with me?
In the inn, but perhaps you could also set up a meal plan and perhaps some beverages to accompany our stay.
Give me
Shake my head.
give me a persuasion check.
That's what I'm going for.
Uh-huh.
Damn. And I have a plus 2. That was a 2. I have plus 6.
Yeah, the mayor, I will have to speak to the innkeeper about those things. But usually meal plans require advance notice. They would need things on the spot. I don't know if to that extent, but we're more than happy to cover your room and board in exchange for this introduction.
Oh,
I can
thank
see
you
to
so
it
much.
that your bill comes to me.
Thank you.
Do you think
Thank
the
you.
townspeople are going to be okay with this? Because it seems like a lot of people are scared of dragons and think they're all murderous beasts.
I think in time they should come around to it.
If they have a problem, each individual of the city is more than welcome to take up the problem with Sylvanos themselves. But I really don't see how we could refuse such an offer. I mean, literally, what would you say? No, please, giant dragon, don't live here? Go away?
I think you could
I-
say that, but I don't think I would prefer that.
I think it's better to make friends than to make enemies. I know not everyone shares that point of view, but it's one I hold. And we'll just have to convince the people, and those that don't want to be convinced can just be unhappy.
Fair
Might I
enough.
suggest the distribution of my song, Sylvano the Great, amongst the townspeople? Think of it as a sort of publicity campaign.
Yes. Yes, I would be happy to hire you for 1 week to play within the town and share your song at the local taverns and inns. What is your daily rate?
Well, see, I'm quite flexible. What is your daily budget for such an expenditure?
We need to get going. We
Yeah.
do not have all of the time in the world.
Next time, next time.
Next time I'll-
Let me scribble down the lyrics. Perhaps you have a local bard that can add their own flourish.
I mean, you are our local bard. There is no one that could possibly replace
true.
you. But we'll hand it out to some of the choir group near the church and see if they can fumble through.
Splendid.
Farewell then,
Sorry.
fellow adventurers.
Sorry, Kyra, I'm hustling.
And the mayor, with a skip in her step, will make her way back towards town, leaving you guys in the pass near Fairport.
With one more
What a
gold.
gold.
And one more gold. Some of it just rolls out of Sylvanos's lair and comes down the steps and lands at your feet. It's everywhere.
Yeah, this is wild.
Look at
I think that went pretty well, right?
I think so.
I think I do want to talk to Sylvanas though, but it seems like Sylvanas is pretty tired and wanted to sleep. So maybe at some other point.
What information are you seeking?
So, as far as I've understood, dragons are magical creatures, and Sylvanas might know something about the magic that, well, everyone who's arriving in Trog Canyon have been asking about. So maybe there's something they know that we don't know.
A fair point. Did we get the mead?
I think we did, yeah. But we
Out of character? Yeah, I don't see the gold. I think I put the gold on my sheet. I don't.
I think gold and mead have been exchanged, and
Yeah.
donkeys are laden. Alpacas are laden.
Alpacas.
okay.
Um,
How rude is
maybe
it
we
to
could-
wake up Sylvanas? Can I like knock on a piece of
We
rock
could wait around
nearby?
for a while too.
Or
A couple hours.
Are you knocking like out here, or are you going all the
Dave.
way up to the entrance to knock? Because
Um,
knocking on rock way over here is not going to get heard. Yeah,
you know,
there we
I'm
go.
gonna get close. So do I see into the cave at this point, or do I see anything, or?
A little dark and shadowy, but you've got some good cat vision. You could see the lairs at least 30 feet deep, and then it sort of fades into too much darkness, and the dragon must be deeper than that.
Okay. I hope I won't like get eaten immediately just by like walking close to this lair. Can I use message on someone who is sleeping? Because I'm pretty sure you can use message through walls, right?
It's only like a foot.
Oh, is it like touch range?
It's if you know that something is on the other side, You can
Right.
message,
Okay.
but it's only through like a foot of stone and wall, or like something like that. Let me pull up ye old character sheet. I think that's right though, because I think I tried to message y'all inside the money layer, but it was too thick.
Yeah, you have to know where they are and be able to point to them, and then 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of metal, thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood blocks the
Wood.
spell. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna shout in that case into the lair. Sylvanos, are you awake?
A few moments, a few heartbeats pass before the dragon sort of rouses itself a little bit from its sleep and pokes its head back out the front. Yes?
I'm so sorry to disturb you again from your slumber. It seems like I'm sorry. I was just wondering, and I thought I'd tell you. So we are from a town quite a bit further away from here to the southwest, and there has been a lot of strange magical things happening in our town. And there's been a lot of people coming to look for magic. So I don't know if you know of anything that's been happening related to magic.
You are an innately magical creature yourself, are you not?
I believe so, yes. But Christelle over there is better at looking at magic than I am. I'm pretty bad at sensing it.
The dragon cranes its head up to be able to like look down the stairs at Tristel, and not bobs its head up and down. It says, well, either of you should be able to detect the magic in the air. It is everywhere here. One of the reasons I've been drawn to this area.
Where exactly were you drawn from?
The dragon's eyes sort of dip a little, and what might pass for sadness comes across its face before saying, I come from north, beyond the mountains, in a place I'm sure you've never heard of.
And was this magic not there?
No, it was not. I've been looking for a lair of my own for about 2 decades now. When I found the pervasive aura around this area, I first thought of settling in the mountain you know as Carmine. But this place here seems more cozy, and with my wings I can reach Mount Carmine in a matter of hours. I do intend to locate the source of whatever this is, if at all possible. Although I currently expect this to be some sort of residual effects from the war.
So, the people in our town where we come from did discover something in a cave, and we did notice that that magic seemed to just be stronger in the
your
cave.
town?
Yes.
In your cave?
And it's not anything that any of us know about in our town. It's kind of we're trying to figure this out ourselves, but there seems to be a lot of people about that are interested in this magical source, and it's a little bit scary because we're not exactly sure what to do. But we do have this magical source, and we haven't been able to dig far enough to find out what it is, but it is there.
The dragon shuffles itself, shifts its shoulders, and its wings sort of do a shrugging motion. if you do come across anything more solid, I would be keen to hear. I do love swapping stories with the mortals of the realm.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we can share whatever we come across.
Don't get your hopes up, little creature. It's most likely an artifact left over. Not an artifact, a calamity left over. Great magics were used during the war. I saw them bring both my parents low. And as we all should know, any source of magic in one place causes unexpected results in another. The sheer amount of magic unleashed in the last half century could have produced all sorts of anomalous effects. Are you familiar? The dragon leans in closer, its head getting maybe a little bit too close to you. Are you familiar with the anomalous effects of magic?
I think I'm a little bit too familiar with the anomalous effects of magic. I kind of struggle to control it myself.
As do we all. Shifts back a little bit.
Uh,
Still, if you find anything of interest and would like a second set of ears, I can be those ears.
Yeah, we will let you know. Oh, and you also mentioned that there were other Tabaxi in the world, that they were to the north? How far away is it from where we are? Oh, actually, do I have the map? Or I guess it's Dristel's map, right? So I could show the map and be like, hey, where on this sheet of paper?
You can you can set the map on the ground over here, and the dragon will come out and tap with a claw over here.
Where?
Well, if your map is right here,
I don't think I see where.
get rid of the map. It's on the other map.
Damn.
It's on the road.
Okay. Sorry.
If we are right here, says the dragon, tapping that small spot on the map, then I believe your people originate way up here.
Oh. Okay.
I think a little beyond your reach, unless you were willing to undertake a months or years long journey
That seems.
through hostile lands, tall mountains, fetid swamps, and finally into the sweltering jungles in which I've seen or heard of your kind.
That seems very far away. Unless you'd be
My
willing to give us a
mother?
ride, I don't think we'd make it there anytime soon.
I am not heading that way for a very long time. I suggest you avoid it as well.
Oh, wait, is it that dangerous?
The dragon lays and rests its head on its hands and sort of looks at you for a moment, I mean, nothing is too dangerous if it's important. If it is your life's quest to find your people, then you should undertake it. But you should know that such a great distance may cost you your life, and will certainly cost you many, many moons of such a sadly short lifespan. Really. Less than a century of life is more a curse than a blessing as far as I'm concerned.
I will have to consider that as a long-term goal then. I don't think we're heading there anytime soon. Is there anything we can do for you? Except let you sleep,
Yawns.
of course.
No. For now, you have done more than enough. A dragon of my size needs very little. I can eat the creatures, the trees, even the rocks if need be. So I'm quite fine.
Okay,
But
that's
if
good to hear.
you have any questions, please come by with a small amount of gold, and I will happily share my great and infinite knowledge of my 45 years on this plane.
Thank you so much. I'll keep that
That
in
was a
mind.
joke,
Oh,
little one.
wait, how old are you?
45.
Oh.
But my knowledge is not infinite.
You seem to know
They
about
laughed
everything.
about it back where I'm from. They had good sense of humor there. Oh well, can't have everything in all the towns. He mumbles to himself as he recedes into his cave.
Okay.
Goodness.
Out of
Neat.
character, half elves live longer than a century, right?
They do, yes.
Okay. So speak for yourself.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
Okay, party. Where are we going?
I bet we go
Is
home.
it
Yes,
home time?
I think home time. I have an idea though. So we do have money, and we are still in a place where you can buy things. What if we got horses?
Do they exist here?
Do they exist?
There are some horses in town that are primarily used to pull stuff. You could purchase them if you have the right money and you can make the right deal with someone. The real problem is going to be the care for the horses. Your town has like no infrastructure for it, so you would need someone who would like take them out of the canyon every day to graze in the plains. So there's a big horse maintenance problem with your location. Totally doable, but it's just going to require maybe like an assistant or someone who you can like pay to upkeep the horses while you're not using.
I could probably persuade.
I don't
Maybe
think
that-
that'd be
maybe
super
like-
useful.
For getting places quicker.
Oh, we still have the stuff we're bringing, right?
Well, sure. I guess I'm thinking long term. Like we can't buy anything like that back home.
Oh, also, I don't have
Um,
music for some reason. And I
Oh,
realized very late, and I've been trying to refresh, but it's still not playing.
I don't think I do either.
Then let's do this one.
I think my audio settings are messed up somehow.
Do you hear wind and the crunching footsteps of people walking through a mountain pass?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, as the party decides where to go and what to do, why don't we take our first break?
Sure.
And when
yeah.
we come back on the other side, we will continue.
Sounds good. Great. Right back.
Bye.
Oh no, wait, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry. There we go. Okay, go again.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Embers of the Wild. Our party is just about to set off, right? Did we figure out where we're going?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just picking up the stuff from Fairport and heading back to
Right.
Trog, right?
We decided we were going home, but are we buying horses?
I don't
Did
think
we
so.
decide it's okay?
I think
Dang it.
it'd be really dangerous to keep the horses and like send someone out to graze them. That's just a whole thing.
That's true.
I'd rather
and-
like have our town be like a unit of like self-protected.
yeah, that makes sense because it is dangerous literally anytime anyone leaves the canyon.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fair enough. We've been getting places like with pretty decent time too.
Okay. And off you set, heading back in the direction of Trog Canyon. You cross through the pass, and on your way, you meet a traveling merchant. They have a small cart that they are pulling behind themselves with their own human strength. It is a getting on up there in the years sort of gentleman. Grayish hair, big hat, big traveling cloak, kind of bluish in color. And as the three of you walk in their direction, the man sets the cart down, puts some wood blocks behind the wheels, and pulls down like a little flap on the side as you get a little bit closer and points to the cart and says, "Welcome to Willie's Wondrous Shop. How can I serve my fine travelers on this beautiful July day?"
Oh, exciting.
Well,
What
hello.
are you selling?
I am selling the finest goods and spices from all around. Do you need a new dagger? I sell daggers. Do you need a better version of your map? I'm a cartographer. I can draw on your map and expand it. Do you need some good rations? What about faraway spices like cinnamon? Things you can't find here. Yes, I see you're coming from Fairport, but cinnamon comes not from Fairport, for our followers. It comes from Ipsum. It comes from Ipsum.
Oh, how's Ipsum doing these days?
Terrible.
Oh, wait, how so?
But I will take the trek there and get cinnamon so you don't have to. That's right. You don't have to travel all the way to Ipsum if you want cinnamon. You can get it here at Willie's Shop of Wonders.
Yeah.
Or Willie's
yeah.
Wondrous Shop.
You know,
shop that comes
we
to
were
you.
considering heading there, so it sounds like we found the perfect person to to get
No,
that
it's a
spice.
dangerous route through a thick forest filled with dinosaurs and monsters. I mean, like, crosses his face that you're a Tabaxi or some sort of feline person. And he takes a step back and he goes, "But your kind, of course, I'm sure are fine. I bet your siblings and cousins there would be more than amenable to help you out." Would anyone like some cinnamon? Maybe a dagger?
Wait.
Maybe a map extension?
Wait,
Wait, what siblings?
are there Tabaxi and
Are you not a lycanthrope?
Ipsum?
A lycanthrope. I don't know. Am I? What is a lycanthrope?
A werewolf? A were-tiger? A were-boar? All the manners of were-creatures. Rumor has it there are even were-seals, but that sounds a little ridiculous to me.
I want to be a were-seal.
Like a Selkie.
Very much like a selkie, yes. Yes, very similar. Both take human sealish forms. One of them, cursed by the gods in ancient times past, forced to transform under the light of a full moon and the night before and the night after. The other, an evil, malicious creature who's able to change their face at will, sing songs that drown sailors. Yes, both are feared creatures of the deep. He makes a wisdom check regarding your face, my half-elven friend.
I'm entranced. Whatever this guy's selling, I like want to buy, and I'm like taking notes. Like, what a charismatic individual. My daggers are quite fine. However, you have grown my interest in cinnamon. I know not what I need it for, but I feel that I need it now.
It's not just the name of a good horse, my friend. It's a wonderful spice to put in your drinks, especially in this winter environment that we're hitting, because we're in the southern hemisphere, so July is winter. Cinnamon is fantastic in the winter months. You should put it in your tea, in your coffee, in your hot chocolate. Oh, poor child, do you not have chocolate? Well, don't worry, Willie's got your back. We sell chocolate, too. You mix it in with a little bit of alpaca milk. So good. Over a hot fire.
You know, we were just looking for mead, but it looks like we just found more, right?
Can we make a chocolate ale?
I've seen it done. Yes. Take one of these bars of dark chocolate, he says, pulling a bar from his package, just like wrapped in paper. You put one of these little squares in your cup of ale, let it melt away. The ale should be, lukewarm so it can properly melt the chocolate. It'll take a little while, but sure enough, it'll have a thick, rich, chocolatey flavor to it. Some people are very fond, other people not so much. Do you like porters and stouts?
I don't think I've ever had one of those.
Well, you shouldn't
I
consider yourself
want
blessed.
it.
They're not very good.
Oh,
But the chocolate is.
so I don't feel I'm sold on the chocolate. However, I think I will take some just for my own. Cinnamon, however, what are your costs, merchant?
He pulls out a, piece of bark about yay big all rolled up, maybe about yay big around. It says, 1 gold piece for this chunk of cinnamon bark from distant trees, hard to get to, guarded by the most ferocious creatures you've ever seen. You grind it up with a mortar and pestle and then sprinkle a little bit on, whatever you like. Do you have pies? Do you cream your do you whip cream and mix it with sugar? Because then cinnamon goes very well on that. It's a delicacy added carefully to things you wish to spice up. Rare, expensive. 1 gold per stick.
And the chocolate?
Chocolate. Harvested from the finest cocoa beans by small halflings with delicate hands. And then ground, cooked, baked, and finally pureed into this 95% cocoa bar you see before you. Yes, it is 3 gold per chocolate square because it comes from such a distant land. However, you add it with a little bit of milk, melts in your mouth, fit for a queen, this beverage.
From faraway lands. You said you were a
Faraway
cartographer, right?
I am, yes.
Could you perhaps show us where these faraway lands are on our map?
Well, no, of course not. Wiley can't spill all of his secrets. Knowledge is power, my friends, and knowing where to get these goods is what makes me my profits. I couldn't just share this information with you. I'd be shooting myself in the foot. It's a difficult thing to do.
I thought it was
How
a
hard it is
dangerous
to angle a
trade,
crossbow at your foot.
Not won by information, right? Or I thought you said it was dangerous to get these things rather than you just need to know where to get it.
Oh, I'm sorry. The cinnamon is nearby. The chocolate is a rare and wondrous thing. I can't reveal the location of the chocolate, but I'll happily... The cinnamon you can find just up this river. If you can get past the Ipsum Woods, the ferocious woods, I myself know a man with a boat who can take me up and down the river so I can avoid the chomping teeth of the Tyrannosaurus Rexes that now roam the woods ever since the prince was lost.
Who is this man with a boat? What are his rates?
He considers you for a moment. Perhaps you'd like to buy some of my wares.
Yes, I will have 2 cinnamon sticks and chocolate. 1 bar of chocolate.
Excellent.
5
That'll
gold.
be 5 gold. And he pulls out 2 cinnamon sticks and a bar of chocolate, wraps them in some extra, not paper, but some sort of simple cloth, and hands them over to you. And then points up the river and says, when you get to the fork, you take a right, and you will find a small hut off to the woods, not to the woods, to the, in the hills to the east, just a little bit. We're on the wrong side of the river now, so you'll have to cross the river. And there is a small hut in the woods. You might be able to see an oak tree out front. That's what you should look for. In the hut is a friend of mine. Her name is Jezebel. And she has a boat. And she and her husband will happily row you up and down the river for a hefty fee. It is 10 gold each way. It's only worth it if you really need to get to town. And that's 10 gold per head, so, 10, 20, 30 here. More weight in the boat makes it harder to row.
They're definitely driving a hard bargain. Well, thank you so much for this information.
Of course. Can I interest you in anything else? Maps, daggers, tools?
Maps would be very useful. What kind of maps do you have?
Well, I am a cartographer of some sorts. I know the area fairly well. I assume you're traveling with some sort of map. I would just be happy to extend it for you.
Would you ask for such a gift?
It really depends on the amount of time that you have. A simple extension that we can do in 15, 20 minutes, I could charge you a gold for. But if you want the full Willy's Wondrous map experience, it'll take maybe a couple of days so I can get the coloring right and the shading and make everything look really pretty. That, of course, needs a couple of days and costs on the order of 30 gold. But a simple extension with just the big broad strokes of the topography, I can add to your map for 20 minutes and 1 gold?
I think the simple extension would be good for now.
Definitely.
We're mostly
Excellent.
interested in the practical, how to navigate, rather than artistic qualities.
Of course, of course. He goes over to his cart and he pulls out a couple of folding chairs and he sets them down and sits in one of them and puts 3 others nearby and rubs his hands together and says, You have a map? Hand it over and I will improve.
Yep, I hand it over. Or I guess Tristel.
Yes.
And he'll, with the part of his cart folded down, he'll take out a pen and draw on your map. And you will now all see an extended version of your map over there. And I will just put the nice big fat version of it over here. He grabs another piece of vellum, stitches the 2 together, and then draws over the stitching and everything to create extra mountains.
Oh, that's the stitching.
Yes.
Okay,
I
it's
love
not
it.
like a railroad or.
Beautiful.
It is not a railroad. It is stitching. Thank you very much.
Neat.
Wow.
He
I
fills
wonder
in
if these.
your. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I wonder if these mountains are where our dragon friend came down from.
I doubt it. I think our dragon friend is from the northern hemisphere.
You
That's
have a
true.
dragon friend?
Yes, we do.
Willie would love to hear about your dragon friend.
I would normally charge you for such information, but as you're probably going to Fairport, you will run into this dragon friend along the way. He is a friend of Fairport, and we had the honor of introducing the great. Oh God, I'm bad.
Lethrin.
Sylvan, Left something.
No,
Le-
left
Lefrin,
is
right?
here, right?
No, we had the,
Oh, but Sylvana.
the pleasure of introducing the great Sylvana to the wonderful city of Fairport.
Fairport's ferocious friend, I see. Is this dragon peaceable, or should I head the other way?
They're very peaceable. We set up an arrangement between the dragon and Fairport to have the dragon provide protection for Fairport, and in return they get a place to live that's safe from harm.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Willie comes over and shakes your hand roughly up and down a lot. It's always good to see a place get more civilized and not less. So much of the world has been falling into darkness. Having a town protected by a good dragon is just... It's the best news I've heard in 5 years. Well, thank you all. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy your new map. I must get to Fairport before it gets dark and must have a chat with this dragon upon the way, I assume. Farewell, fair
Quick question.
friends.
Where is Ipsum on this map?
Oh, right. Up this river. Near the back, there's a lake at the back of the mountains, and just a little town right here. Well, it's a city. It's a walled city, castles. Much of it crumbled and in decay. Gangs will sort of run the town now, and administration's fallen apart. And the prince has been lost, disappeared during the war. But people still say they hear him calling out from the woods. Is it safe? Are they gone? And yet he never shows his face.
Have you heard of a resident named Maven of Ipsum?
I have. Maven is the old archmage who used to work for the prince, now taking up residence in some distant lair deep within the city. People rarely see the unscrupulous fellow Maven. And when they do, it either brings them weal or woe. Mad with power, they say. Driven insane by the things it took to defend the town. Or maybe he's just unpopular. Or a recluse. You know how people talk about recluses, always with negative tones and emotions, as if someone wouldn't want to shy themselves away from society these days. I mean, look at it, everything's falling apart. I get the desire to be alone in your study or in your lair. I really do.
All right. Thank you so much.
No, thank you, fair people. Goodbye! And he grabs his cart and hurries down the road. And our party continues their way home. This map should be roughly to scale. So, Fairport through the hills until you can find your way down. It's going to be about 50 miles, and you can make about 10 per day, so it's going to be about 5 days to get to Trog Canyon.
I was gonna ask about that to
Mhm.
subtract the rations that I had bought.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't
yes,
done that at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't done that either.
If you have 5 days of rations, everyone, subtract them. If you have fewer than 5 days of rations, let me know and we'll make some dice rolls and see what happens.
I have 0 now. Because I didn't subtract on the way there. But I had 10 at the outset, so that's enough to get there and back.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, same. Or wait, I had 9.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, like if we didn't think that we had enough food to get back, then we would have bought some in Fairport.
Yeah, that's very reasonable. So if you need a little bit more food, I think it's...
I also have some chocolate now.
True.
Just eat our incredibly expensive chocolate as rations.
So expensive.
That actually sounds disgusting to have like a dinner amount of chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
2 silver.
95% chocolate.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I saw you. I don't know if you were muted. I saw you go like, no way.
No,
fuck
I
that.
love it.
Oh, really?
95% is incredible. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm more like 85%, but
Oof.
yeah.
I like the darker chocolate as well. I agree. That's better.
Kyra has that gene that makes her not taste a lot of bitterness, which I'm kind of jealous of. So there's a lot of
Great.
things that like you like that I don't like.
Oh my gosh. Coffee is just like the best for you then.
Yeah,
It's
incredible.
never bitter.
It's not bitter, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You can never brew a bad cup of coffee. That's awesome. I'm jealous.
Right. 2 silver per ration that you might have needed in town. Go ahead and just pay it out, and it's 5 days to get there. So let me roll dice.
Was it the 22nd that we met the merchants? Like, was the merchant close to Fairport or far away?
I think it was
mile
right
out.
outside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's pretty close.
right.
2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it looks like it is a long, boring march back to Trog Canyon. But without any major encounters along the way, you can make it there. You've done this route all the way there and back once now. And I do believe Autumn has done the route before. So you're beginning to get a little familiar with this passageway. 5 days later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I do believe I need some dice rolls from someone in the party. I don't think we did last week's stuff. So I need a 2d6 for what happened last week, and then a 2d6 for what's happening this week in town.
Wait,
Monster roll.
last week and this week? Oh yeah, because we
yes.
left like 2 weeks ago. Okay, right.
Oh, so like what happened while we were out of town?
Mm-hmm.
Are you rolling for it?
What happened while you were out of town? Why, it was the Midwinter Festival. Winter solstice has come and gone while you were out of town, and you missed the big Winter Solstice Festival and parade. Yeah, everyone like dresses up in their best finery. They float little boats down the river, and then everyone comes out and parades down along the boats, and they have torches that hang out over the canyon walls. It's like a really cute, quaint little wintertime solstice festival.
I'm so sad.
But at least you got 5 new dresses, so you got.
I did get 5 new dresses and cinnamon.
And can I get another 2d6?
2d6. 8. It's another festival.
Again.
Festival is just a week long.
Yes.
I love it. I sure hope so.
Are we arriving back in on the 27th, or?
Yes, that is what my notes say. You do arrive back on the 27th, and you know what it is today? It's the mayor's birthday.
Hell yeah.
What's his name?
Event time.
Barnaby?
Barnaby.
Barnaby. That's
Barnaby.
it. It's Barnaby's birthday. And so when you arrive in town, there are pretty little lanterns hanging out over the canyon. There's a bunch of food being served in the tavern, not the tavern, at the little outdoor area. And there is small amounts of festive music. They don't have any like singers, but they do have some drummers and, anyone clacking things together as best as possible to create some sort of music. Where is our...
Oh, well, the singer has arrived.
Mm-hmm. Barnaby is going all out for his birthday. He has bought out the bar. It is, free drinks for anyone all day long. And you guys will be arriving late in the afternoon while most of the town has been celebrating all day and then celebrating the winter festival last week. And it's sort of a mess. There's people passed out on the ground, like over here. There's people throwing balls back and forth on the docks, on the walkways, little kids running to and fro, sort of drunken parents who have been day drinking all day and no longer have the energy to control their children. And so I don't even care anymore. I'm just going to sit here, and yeah, that is the state of the town as the three of you arrive.
Hell yeah. Okay, all right. Is everyone like too drunk to like deliver the meat?
We brought
and have
booze.
He brought more booze. You're right.
I do believe it was the innkeepers who wanted the meat. Was it the innkeepers or was it the bartender?
It was the bartender.
The bartender? Okay. Yeah, she sees you guys coming with backup reinforcement mead and hurries down, leaving someone else in charge of the bar to quickly and eagerly shake your hands. She seems stone cold sober, as a good bartender does during a large party. And so this is it. You've arrived just in time. Thank God. We were running out of drinks. Please help me bring this up. How was your journey? Was everything okay? Did you run into any problems?
No dragon, but otherwise we're fine.
She brushes it off like you're making a joke, and
I just don't comment.
yeah. All right. Soon enough, you guys can settle in, have a few drinks yourself, including some meat if you would so desire, and chat with folks about what's been going on. Mm-hmm.
I think people were like so drunk that they dropped like 2 gold each for all of us that we found on the ground.
Yes, they did. One day.
I
believe in you.
Thank you.
In the meantime, thank you for the gold.
Yes.
Right. Well, anything you all 3 gold want to do today? Or I think everyone's a little tipsy. A little.
I would want to know the status of the mining operations, but I'm guessing it's kind of late and everyone's drunk and that is not really active right now.
Yeah, you can find the foreman of the mines who pats you on the shoulder and goes, "You know what? They worked out. They've been in there, they're swinging their pickaxes, they're hauling stuff around. No problems yet, haven't been murdered in my sleep."
Oh, that's good to hear. Have you found anything of interest in there?
Do you know what I found in the mines?
What did
you find? Rocks?
A heavy hand on your shoulder. I found friends. People to spend my time with. And isn't that the greatest treasure you can dig up?
It really is. Yeah.
It
People
really
is. You can share your soul with. It's not hard. It's not easy. Breaking rocks all day without breaking down the barriers between you and your fellow comrades.
With one common goal. That sounds wonderful.
A tear to my eye.
I'm really happy for you.
I'm happy for me too. I didn't think it would work out this way.
How's your day been? Otherwise, and I kind of awkwardly scratch my head because I don't know how to socialize during these types of things.
Oh, I got a problem. See, because I got an employee. We get along really well. We hang out. I think we're friends. But I'm their boss. I kind of want to be more than their boss, but it's kind of awkward. Power dynamics and all.
That's difficult.
I know, but we get along, and We like each other. We hang out after work. Is it wrong? Is it wrong to ask an employee out for a picnic?
Well, how about you promote them so that they are on the same level as you? Then the power dynamic is lessened, right? So maybe that's the goal.
You have more than one foreman, though. There's not a job there.
Can you not have two?
I mean, I guess, but you don't need it. It'd be hard. Get in each other's way. Sometimes you just need one person at the top to make the decisions. Not that they wouldn't be good at it. Just, it's like having two mayors. I guess you could have two mayors, but it'd be a little weird.
What if you were still the foreman, but you restructured the whole situation to be more of a flat hierarchy? See, the foreman is only your role. You're essentially, kind of being the single person that needs to, direct people where they're going, but functionally, you're all on the same level. That would remove the problem.
There's this really cool organizational strategy that I've recently learned about that you could schedule your work with called Scrum.
Scrum? Tell me more about it.
Oh god, I'm sorry.
Is it... Because we're using the Jira system right now, where you just have one person at the top that people complain to, and then they take care of it. And that's me. So...
Project management.
Chester taps his foot a few times. I guess I could restructure the entire organization, but somehow that feels weird. I mean, what if it doesn't work out? What if I...
Think of it this way.
Move fast and break rocks.
Yeah, a group of people it's a collaboration. The success of it depends on the involvement and the buy-in from everyone on the team. That way you're all equals, and the responsibility, everyone carries that. Mm-hmm.
I actually hate this so much.
I'll do it. I'll go find him right now. Mark, where are you? And he starts wandering off.
I'm really happy about that.
This is the worst. I hate this so much.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
Oh god.
I think that's enough drunken shenanigans for one night.
Yes.
That's some synergy.
Eventually, things wind down. You all can take a load off and relax. And just as you're getting comfortable back in town, you are awoken the next morning by none other than Wedge.
Oh.
Wedge comes knocking on Kyra's door first, and sort of a boss, the Draconians are back. I'm gonna wake up the others. Get ready.
Oh, jeez.
Oh jeez.
Oh,
Oh no. Oh no.
And then a few moments later, Pearl, there's a rapping on your door with a psst, the Draconians, they're back. Wake up, wake up.
What?
And then later,
Bolt to
all
the door.
all the way down on the other side of town, there's a rapping on your inn door. Wake up, Tristel, wake up. The Draconians, they're back in town.
I wasn't asleep. I was still drinking mead.
All right, so it comes into the middle of the inn room, and it's you with Greta and Eva, and he looks at them and looks at you and gives you an eye and goes, "Boss, if you're up to it, the Draconians are back."
Sure. I wipe away tears. I was crying because I missed the Solstice Festival.
Oh.
Sure. What is it? Stumbling a little bit.
Draconians. There's 4 of them this time.
Very well. Let's go.
Here we go.
Okay. We got this. Where are we?
Totally.
Where are we meeting up?
What was the result of our last encounter? They said they didn't care about our town, right? And we're just moving on because they couldn't find any magic.
We let them inspect the cave, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then they left.
And they said they didn't give a shit. about the cave, right?
I'm not sure if they said that or if they pretended to not care about it. I'm not sure.
It
Yeah,
seems
or like they
sketchy.
said, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they said, but it was a little suspicious.
Yeah.
It's a little sus.
So are you all going to bring the golem with you, or is this a golemless activity? Because it does have limited hit points. for the
Golem
time
on
being.
standby, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Greg?
We don't have to like march with Greg the Golem right next to us, but we could have Greg in the background, like ready to hop in case it's needed. Because I don't.
Okay.
It's good if we don't come across as like too threatening, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we should have all 4 of you right here. I do believe there probably would have been some temporary HPs thrown
Yes.
down during the march.
Yes.
You want to give everyone some new temp HP?
I forget the roll.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My notes are getting too big.
I think it's a D8, maybe plus your strength mod?
1d8 plus 2. It's charisma.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Plus charisma mod or plus 2?
My charisma plus
Oh,
2.
okay. Cool.
Right. Okay.
Righty.
Ominous.
5 there, 8 there, 4 here. Okay. So Biggs, Jesse, Wedge, and Greg the Golem. Actually, these 3 should be back here. Will point you down the river to where there are 4 draconians sort of lurking at the edge of town, clearly making their presence known, but not coming all the way in.
Yeah, I'll call out and say like, hey, what can we do for you, kind draconians?
They will begin to approach as you hail them in a double file until they get to reasonable talking range, somewhere around here. And can I get perception checks from the 3 party members? Ooh, that is very good.
Oh, sorry, I was
You will spot as well with those sorts of perception checks. There's at least one more draconian hiding way back there, sort of like round a bend, peeking out from behind some red rocks. You can recognize that coppery tone across their scales, so that you know there are some more ones trying to remain hidden, or at least one trying to remain hidden in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
These 4 approach, and one calls out to you. Hello there, rulers of this canyon town. We are friends traveling through these parts, hoping once again to survey the area. Would that be acceptable?
Indeed.
What did you have in mind of surveying? Is there anything we can help you find?
With the axe in one hand, the draconian points to the one behind them. Our comrade has informed me of the deals you've made. I am here to make sure they were appropriate.
Deal?
Can't
So-
have underlings making decisions that aren't double-checked.
Of course, yes.
Splendid.
So would you like to investigate what the previous visitors to our town investigated? Shall we guide you to what they were interested in?
We've been marching a long distance in the hot sun. Do you mind if we shelter in one of your cool indoor caves?
Yes.
I suppose so. Yeah.
Would you like some drinks as well?
With the axe, they gesture to the river. We've had plenty of water. We are satiated in thirst, but the heat bears down on us. And pulling apart their cloak a little bit, you can see that there is a chain shirt underneath. So like all that heavy metal plus the cloaks on top makes it a little stifling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Splendid.
And I'll also point out, like, oh, I thought Draconians were interested in some mead, but we will show you to a cave.
Thank you.
Let's leave behind some mead and wine just in case, because we're such gracious hosts.
Mm-hmm.
Where would they stay?
I don't know what cave would be relevant
So
here.
the temple, we could take, like, I mean, that's rock. Like, when it
Could
was
be
burned down, there was, like, rock.
I mean, I'm living with Lydia right now, so my house is kind of unused right now, and it's very much at the edge of town, in case something weird is going down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds like a really good idea.
The one right here, right behind them?
Yeah.
Yep.
You make the offer. The lead Draconian cracks his head to the side and says, wouldn't want to disrupt one of your personal homes. What about that building over there? They say as they point in the direction of the. That's not it. Of the mine. Ooh, where is it? Way over here.
I don't know how to social this situation, because I think I'm just gonna point out, like, look, if you want to investigate, feel free to just investigate. You don't have to hide behind the premise of resting. We're all friends here. No secrets are needed.
Yes, friends, please show us to the mine, if you don't mind.
Yeah. I will, like, look behind to see if that fifth or sixth person is following.
They remain put at a distance outside of town in really good cover, like 3/4 rock cover, just peering out around the corner.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and if you lead them through town, they attack no one. They cause no trouble. They do walk to the mine, and there the four of Draconians will poke their heads around and chat amongst themselves in this like guttural language that you definitely don't understand.
Can we pick up tone at all? Like if they seem scheming or if they seem like they're just casually chatting, or I mean maybe we haven't heard enough of.
Yeah, the tonality of the language is very harsh. All the words have these like strong consonants and these long drawn out like hisses attached to them, and it feels difficult to get the tone. It sounds just sort of like snapping and biting and anger between them, but their body language doesn't reflect sort of discord or disunion in their ranks.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you can give me a really good, what skill check would this be? A really good insight check, like a really good insight check.
Well,
No, not that good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so they talk amongst themselves for a wee while. And then after half an hour of standing around in the cave, chatting amongst themselves, the one who spoke first reaches out a clawed hand to shake yours.
Who's?
Kyra,
Okay.
the lead negotiator.
I will take a bow instead.
To give you a dip of the head. Their eyes make contact with you the entire time, though, not like a
I'm just
true
like,
bow.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like pretend that this is the custom instead of me not wanting to shake their hand. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for your hospitality. It appears this is as much of a dead end as we had feared.
Have you made any progress on finding the source of all of this magic?
The higher-ups have had an interest in this place, but the taste is off.
Fascinating.
Have
Unfortunately,
you
we
heard
have
of...
no new information to report since our last encounter. So you know all that we know. Is that true? That is true. I'm saying that like because I think that's true.
No, actually, we did find a cat.
I think that Khyperia doesn't believe that's important.
I think it's important. So I'm going to make
Did
that
you...
clear.
This is announcing the cat to these creatures.
Yes. That's the update since last time, that we also found this cat.
Is the cat magical?
Doesn't seem like it, no.
How is the cat related to magic, then?
Because we found it near the cave. It seemed like it was... Never seen a...
It was in the middle
cat
of
like
the
that.
desert. It was not near the cave.
It was when we were investigating on top of the cave,
It was
I'm
in
pretty
the
sure.
forest, I thought.
Like when we were nearby.
It was like, yeah. So
I thought it was in a
we
tree.
were like, we were exploring where, like, if the cave is beneath the surface, but the entrance is like in town. We were going out of town
Yes.
above the
exactly.
cave, and so it was very, very far from the cave.
But I thought it
Just
would be
like in the middle
related
of
to the
desert.
cave. So to me, this cat is special. So I'm gonna make note of that.
Oh, you're right. We did find a cat. You know, I also found some chocolate.
Waves its hand at the notion of chocolate. May I see the feline?
Oh, the cat. I mean, I suppose. I think they're a little shy, but I suppose, yeah.
We go into the cat?
Yeah. You can head over to Lydia's and take a look at the cat. Lydia is
I-
presently out for the morning.
I want to quietly to myself as an instantaneous cast identify and pet the cat.
Ah.
It's not magical though.
Is it?
No, we already casted detect magic on it.
Did we?
I'm pretty sure we did, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you gonna cast Identify? Anyway?
Yeah, I'm just nervous about the cat now.
Mm-hmm.
I have plenty of spell slots right now.
I'm gonna hold the cat very close, because I'm protective of it, and I'm a little bit worried about the Draconians.
Or it says a minute, so I'm gonna just like quietly to myself
Mm-hmm.
and then touch the cat.
Okay. The creatures look at the cat and regard it for a little while. You cast your spell. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item or cat and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn what spell created it. If instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. The cat is currently unaffected by any magic and has no magical effects or causes linked to it. It seems to you to be a very ordinary cat.
Okay.
I didn't mean that, Pearl. It's a great cat. It's an exceptional cat, but, common.
Okay, I just got nervous. If they wanted that cat for some reason, I gotta protect it.
Yeah, they chat about it for a little while, and one of them finally says, "If we promise to keep this creature safe, may we return it to our higher-ups for investigation?"
Oh, wait, return what?
So unfortunately,
Sure.
so Pearl's mom has adopted this cat and is quite attached to it. It is a very ordinary cat, as you can see. I don't think it's related to the magic at all. I think it just got lost in the desert, and I think that Pearl's mom would be very, very upset if this cat was.
I would
to
also
leave
be
town.
upset if they leave. And I hug it extra close.
One of the draconians snaps in its native tongue, that sort of harsh, hissing, hard consonant language, and the first one waves him off quickly and gives you a polite bowed nod as they did before. I'm sure it's unrelated then. Thank you, people. We shall make our departures.
They were absolutely gonna eat the cat, 100%.
They were gonna eat the cat.
Yeah.
I was so scared. You can't have Sid.
Sid is important. Sid must be protected.
Hmm.
And as quickly as they showed up, the draconians depart up the river.
I would like to
A few
follow
minutes later.
quite the distance behind and make sure that they actually leave. And, like, see that all of the reinforcement ones that were in the background were also kind of leaving.
Okay. Well,
Oh. I think as they're leaving, I'm gonna just make a short remark of just like, oh, so say hi to your friends over there from us too. Shame that I couldn't say hi to them too, or whatever. And just like do some comments about like, yeah, I
Whoa.
know there's like other people over there.
mhm. Their narrow eyes dart towards you and dart in that direction. And then the draconian gives you the bob of, I acknowledge what you've said. And then they retreat, meeting up with their other companions, of which you see two, and departing back around this bend. Now, Pearl, you said you wanted to follow them, sneaky-like, so why don't you give me a stealth check as you follow along behind them?
I would want to make sure that, like, I'm pretty far away to the extent that, like, if I mess up my stealth check, it's more that I don't know, they outpaced me somehow or something. I don't want to be, like, super close. I want to be at a very far distance.
Okay.
Just to make sure I won't, like, ultra fail this and, I don't know, fall into the pile of draconians or...
Totally.
Because I tend to have bad rolls. Okay, alright, here we go. That's fine.
It's great.
I've been having
You can
rolls today too.
You can easily follow to about this point where you can see just a little bit that they have clumped just around this corner and are huddled talking nearby without fully leaving the town, but definitely trying to have like left line of sight from the town. And the six of them huddle back here for a little while.
I think I'm gonna stay and just, like, see what they're up to.
A conversation drags on for 5 or 6 minutes when one of the draconians takes his axe and hacks it into the thigh of another one.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
Do I recognize which one? Or is it hard for me to distinguish between them?
They are pretty difficult to tell a difference in, but there isn't a retaliation or anything. The one that's been hit sort of grits their teeth, doesn't return weapons or anything, and shortly thereafter, the 4 draconians will come back down the river in your direction.
Oh,
You've got a really good stealth check, so you can easily, escape before they
Yes.
They make it to you.
Well,
But
very
you will
much.
see the 4 of them.
I will very much go get everyone as soon as possible to make sure that I'm not alone whenever they come back. I don't know if I will have time to do that, or...
Yeah, I would definitely be standing on guard because like I know that Pearl's out there and might come back. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
The 4 of them come back, and the lead one will say, friends, good friends. I hate to impose upon you, but one of our companions seems to have suffered a self-inflicted injury. Do you have room to put them up for a while they rest and recover? The rest of us must force march a great distance, and with Crag's thigh like this, I don't think they will be able to move as quickly as we need them to.
Do you want a place to stay, or... Well,
Yeah, it's just a place to stay in town while they lick their wounds.
I suppose that would be
Um.
Um,
Okay.
so like
We do.
speaking, yeah, we could post a guard outside.
No, I don't think we want them. So I think that um, we obviously want to be as friendly as possible with you and maintain good relations, but um, using our very scarce resources to treat outsiders is unfortunately something that we we don't have the resources to be able to do. I'm sure that you understand. Um,
We need
our
no
taking care of
medicine.
our
Simply a shelter will suffice. What about, and they jerk their axe, that house which you had offered us as shade before? On the edge of town, well
we
away
offered
from
it
any people.
we offered it as shade, but not as multiple days. It is in as you noted earlier, someone's house. Someone lives there. We cannot simply kick them out.
I see. This is the friendship of the canyon people after all.
Of course,
Very
you are
well then.
welcome to our assistance and our our help in detecting the source of this magic, but unfortunately we cannot provide more than that.
Hmm. And without a
If
word, the group just turns and leaves. Um, any following him again, Pearl? Letting him go this time?
I mean, I think I want to follow them again. I just want to like see what they're up to, see what's happening. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna stealthily follow.
Give me another stealth check.
Can I reuse the previous stealth check?
Nope.
Okay.
They are re-alerted.
Well, there we go. It's
Even
fine.
better. Even better. Yeah, they leave this immediate canyon area and head upriver. How far would you like to follow?
Probably to the edge of this map, I think.
Okay. Then they do leave the map and disappear further up canyon.
Okay.
Great.
Neat. I think.
Not suspicious,
Strange games.
even a little
Yeah.
bit.
My suspicion is that that was to spy on us.
Yeah, that injury was. I think one of the Draconians caused that. They straight up hit one of the other Draconians as they were chatting up the river before they returned.
Wow.
So I don't know what they're up to, but it seems a little suspicious.
Hmm. One thing's for certain, they seem a bit desperate
Yeah.
and don't have that much information.
But they also said that they were not interested in the mines anymore.
Hmm.
Well, we don't know if that's true, but
Yeah.
I believe them. So at least we're forcing them into a corner of all or nothing. Like, they can't do a middle ground between being our ally and, like, backstabbing us. They either have to fully commit to attacking us, or they need to be fully on our side.
Yeah, when all of this is past, I do want to like turn to Kyra and be like, "You were such a badass." The way you called them out for wanting to rest, very cool, very cool.
Why, thank you.
Right? Well, they leave, and you can return to your normally scheduled heroic activities,
Hell yeah.
which are what is the goal now? Is it just relax and enjoy life in the town? I think I mentioned earlier that we're in the southern hemisphere, and so it's winter, but it's actually summer because of the weird nature of deities here. So I rescind. It wasn't winter solstice; it was summer solstice.
Even worse. That's Tristell's favorite holiday.
Oh.
Did we meet the Draconians on the 27th? Like the same day we came back?
28th. No, it was the next morning.
Oh, like
It was
really
same day
early.
for Tristel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
A week in the town.
We were gonna deliver all the stuff to, all the mead stuff, right? And maybe the cinnamon. If you had any plans for what to do with
Oh, do I have plans for the cinnamon?
that? Do we have like a local
Um,
bakery that can like upgrade all of their stuff
A
with cinnamon?
bakery. So my intention for the cinnamon actually was to ask to infuse it with a wine and create mulled wine,
Oh.
That's
which I
fancy.
think will be very popular.
Mm-hmm.
I had a vision after our visit in what was the town in between Fairport and that small one?
Yeah. That's the
Pretty sure it
one.
was.
Yeah. Um, the ingenuity of those people, and I took note of this. Very strong apple concoction, barley wine, fermented cabbage. And the tulip and wild mead. But it really inspired me. So, kind of a personal quest of mine is to create interesting brew concoctions, and I think the cinnamon and wine will do very well.
Nice. What's her name? Selena, I believe?
Selena.
Yeah, she is all on board with this idea. But the question is, who is she buying the cinnamon from you, or are you buying the wine from her? Who is the owner of this creation and assumes costs?
Can we do like a half and half situation? So I provide the cinnamon and in exchange get a portion of the mulled wine.
Done. Yes. 3 sticks of cinnamon. I think 1 stick per bottle of wine will do. And so the cinnamon is the rarer ingredient. So she will give you 2 bottles of wine if she gets to keep 1 with the cinnamon stick in it.
Perfect.
Great.
And then the townspeople can enjoy the newest beverage.
Only a few glasses available to the highest paying customers for this far and distant treat. Excellent.
I think I would like to just quick check up on the cave to see if there's any interesting new developments in the mine, like how far they've mined into this bizarre cracky node, and if there's any new appearances.
Yeah, let's see. Where are my notes?
I'm guessing it's just like slightly further in, but figured I'd check at least.
Yeah. The mine. Okay, here we go. Yeah, they've made a little bit more progress, but without explosives or power tools, it's pretty slow going. So they've just managed to put more rock. They've gotten some more ore. Nothing really to report other than things are steady and still going. And there's still that little bit of positive pressure coming out, that little bit of a breeze, but nothing new to report.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, that is the 28th of July. Anything else? In 3 days, Jesse will be done with the... Is that my note?
Training?
Yes, Jesse will be done with the training. And then the drawbridges will be complete in a month from that day as well. So everything is on track.
Nice.
And Henrietta will return sometime during this month.
That's right. I love that we're improving the town.
Yes, it's important.
Yes. Yes. Henrietta will return. I've got that marked over there. I've got these other random markings, and I don't know if that was from when this was actually just a calendar, or if those are my personal. No, I think that these are old.
Are we gonna get like random encounters from other campaigns due to the calendar?
No, but you might go watch a movie with the Z's, or CT session protest, or hang out with Paul.
Oh, I don't think we know
Paul
Paul
and
yet.
good friends. Yeah. Good old Paul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Turns out on the 20th of December that you have a COVID test.
Oh.
I think I need to switch to a calendar that doesn't have other notes on it. Problem for
That's
another time.
so funny. That's so funny that it's literally the same calendar.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. So it sounds like you guys are resting and relaxing in town after some time spent traveling out and about.
We found another
Jesse
gold.
gets. You find another gold. Draconians left it behind. Jesse gets some good training in there, becomes a full-fledged member of the squad, and unless another gold, y'all have any other actions, I'm just gonna ask someone to roll me another 2d6 to see what happens the next week when August, everyone's favorite month, rolls around.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, do we need to rest or recover before we set out on something new?
Everyone is at full HP, so I think that's
Yeah.
just a spell slot question.
Yeah, I'm only missing one, so I feel like that's not a huge deal.
Right. Okay.
Like a one level spell slot, I still have 3 more.
Oh wait, actually, I'm missing spell slots because we never took a long rest in Fairport, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't get
You're
your
so
spell
right.
slots back when you level up, right?
Right.
Okay.
You're so right.
So a week of downtime while everyone rests and relaxes and gets their spell slots back.
Mhm.
And I do believe it is Kyra's turn to roll the 2d6.
Okay.
That'll be all the way through the 4th of August.
4.
Ooh. And would you roll me a d7 as well?
3.
Ooh. Okay. It is the last day of your long rest. So you haven't gotten your spell slots back. And it is the wee hours of the morning on the last day.
Is that Sunday
When
or?
no, it's like Tuesday morning at like 3 a.m. That you guys are awoken by bells coming from the temple in town.
Oh.
This is not a good sign. You can kind of tell what signal is being broadcast because there's different bells and they ring in different patterns to let you know what's going on. Wedding bells are very obvious. They all kind of go off in a certain order. This is the alarm bell where it's just 2 bells in an alternating like a bong, bong, bong. This is the something terrible has happened bells that you are awoken to. Each of
geez.
you in your respective homes are awoken by the other people with you. Everyone quickly gets dressed and begins to poke their heads outside as they wonder what is happening in the town. But I think we're going to have to find out on the other side of our break.
Oh damn.
Dun
Okay.
dun dun.
All right. See you on the other side of the break.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Embers of the Wilds. Our party hears the sounds of the bells ringing. You know that means danger.
I'm guessing all of us are just gonna wake up and immediately recognize that and bolt out as soon as we can.
As you step out of your respective homes, I'm going to bounce around the map a little bit, so I'm going to drag you with me. Over on the east side of town, Tristel, you pop out of the inn and see fairly close to you one of those weird, scrawny creatures that managed to like escape from you and like was choking
my
people and
gosh.
eating them. There's one of them right over here.
It's a slither noodle.
Similar time as Kyra pops out of the sheriff's station, you will spot two of them on this main bridge in the middle of town. And as Pearl pops out of their house, you can see one of them who seems to be at the door of this building here, trying to make their way in through that door.
Oh, jeez.
These are the things each of you sees respectively. Monsters, known murderers and killers scattered across town. Unfortunately, our party is entirely split up, and each of you, for the short term, are going to be on your own. Doors are opening. Most people like look out, see a monster, and then close their shutters. The three of you, however, I believe are a little more brave than that. Kyra's, at the very least, will notice her. And so I'm going to roll them into the initiative order. The rest of you can decide what you want to do.
I agree, Thor.
Actually, Tristel's will also notice her.
Dang it. Oh, dang it. I was going to cast invisible.
You still can, if you can be an initiative.
But, oh yeah, I guess I can... Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got.
Okay. Pearl, are you going to roll into initiative? Your monster, your choker, seems to be focused on something else at the moment and not concerned with you.
Yeah. I mean, I think I would still just feel my duty to protect this town. So I'm very likely going to attack.
Okay. I mean, it's the Jeffersons who live over there. They're fine people, but maybe they're not worth your life? I don't know.
You know, I got ways of escaping. It's fine. Okay. Hopefully.
Excellent. Then let's have you find your token and roll into initiative, and we will start off our combat.
I forget if I had 1 or 0 level 2 spells. Because we didn't get our spells back, right?
Correct.
Right.
Okay.
I should have all of my
So I already reset it.
3 ones, though.
Whatever you have right now is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll you into initiative, unless you'd like to click the button yourself.
Oh, sorry, were you waiting for me? I'm
A little bit.
Initiative. There we go. I did not click my token. I apologize.
It is fine. We can just add you in the old-fashioned way.
Oh, I'm spooked.
And Tristel with the killer initiative as usual. We're going to start you off on this side of town. You see one such monster nearby. It's creeping along the bridge, looking around when it sees you poke your head out of the inn.
So it did see me. However, I did roll pretty good initiative. So, it sees me, and then immediately I'm like, no you didn't, and cast Invis.
Okay. You vanish from all sight. We'll give you a little invisible marker so we don't forget. And would you like any movement on your turn?
Yes. What's my movement again?
30?
30. So I'm up here.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, I'm so bad at this. I'm just gonna try and get closer. So like over here.
Great.
Boop, boop.
Okay. Next up are the creatures on the bridge. They both spot Kyra. They've got to make a decision. Do they go after Kyra, or do they do what they were doing before you arrived? Oh, yeah. This looks like an interesting thing. They will grab onto the railing here, lower themselves down, and hop to the floor below, which takes a little bit of movement, and then scurry across in your direction. Not full-fledged running, but like moving, how do you say? Using their movement action, but not a dash to get closer to you. And then Pearl, your turn comes along. You can see this choker over here is banging at the Jefferson's door. Not banging, but like squeezing at it and beginning to maybe try and make their way inside somehow.
Can I still have line of sight to it if I climb up on top of one of these rooftops?
If you're on this rooftop, definitely.
Okay.
If you're on this one, I'll have you make a perception check.
Okay. Okay, so how far is that? I guess this would be a climb for the last bit as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, geez, I don't like this noodle. Okay, so how far out on the bridge can I go? My movement speed is 40, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So...
And with feline agility, you can bonus action double move?
Yes.
Or increase your speed, is it?
Yeah, I can double my movement, so I would be able to do 80.
Double your speed until the end of your tum. Got it. I think that's supposed to say turn.
Okay.
I love coming.
Whew. Okay, I think that range is... Alright, sorry, I'm calculating.
Calculating.
Catculations, a very good subreddit. It's a subreddit of videos of cats calculating things. It's good.
Is it just r/calculations?
Catculations, yeah. And it's just, you know when cats are standing on a ledge trying to figure out how to jump from one place to another? That's that's it.
Nice.
Okay.
Amazing.
All right. I am going to feline agility all the way over there. So I guess that would be somewhere there. This is off screen for me now. I don't know how far I can go. As far as I can along this bridge.
You should do up to 80 feet, so
Yeah.
somewhere over here.
Okay. Yes.
I'll leave it so you can drag yourself. Splendid.
All right. How do you rotate your
and is that-
token when the rotation thing is behind the icons?
Zoom.
You have you zoom in or out or have someone do it for you.
Oh. I remember there was a shortcut. You could like hold the button to...
Ooh, is there?
Yeah,
Oh.
it was weird, like Shift Z or something, and then you could scroll to rotate tokens.
Oh.
Whoa.
But I forget what it is. I
crap.
keep zooming, and Jesus Christ, I pressed a weird button.
What?
Okay, I'm refreshing. I'm sorry.
That popped up for me too.
Oh, it
geez.
did?
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe Neil did it then. Maybe it wasn't me.
Quick question while this
Oh,
is
is that the one?
happening.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it zoomed in on my
Um,
token.
Do cantrips break invisibility?
Yes, yes, they do.
Okay.
Was that a move and a dash, or was that a feline agility and a move?
Feline agility, so I still have my action.
Okay.
And wait, do I have music? I think music stopped for me.
Oh, well, I was about to switch to heavier combat music anyway.
Okay, well, then there we go. All right, I am going to... Okay, I had a whole plan. I got this. This is fine.
I think in Foundry it's Shift Scroll or something like that, so you might be remembering Foundry.
Yeah, I know that there is something in Roll20. And then I forgot because it was like a really weird shortcut to rotate tokens.
Okay.
Um,
You should have music now.
yes, I do.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so here's the plan. I am going to shoot 3 scorching rays on this creature. And I am going to use Tides of Chaos to get advantage on one of the rolls.
Woo!
And I'm going to cast it as an empowered spell, so I'm going to use a sorcery point for that.
Well, let's start off with a D20 for Wild Surge.
Is that really before the cast?
They all happen together.
Okay. Okay. D20. All right.
One.
Okay.
Not today, but one day soon. All right. 3 scorching rays burst from the Tabaxi's paws, streaking towards the choker. Make me 3 attack rolls, one of them at advantage, please.
Okay, so I can't pick which one after the rolls. I have to like declare beforehand which one of the 3. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna do advantage on the first one. So I guess I'll roll 4 times, right?
Okay. Yep.
Wait, did that not roll?
I see it.
Oh wait, there we go. Okay, so I did not mean to also roll damage. 5, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay.
Well. The 17 will. What is the? Hold on, I need to look up a modifier. Over here, 5, 8.
I also don't know which damage die we're gonna use.
Whatever one is associated with the attack roll
Right.
that succeeds.
Because I do.
I like this.
I might want to re-roll some of these. Maybe. What's the average? Actually?
The 17 and the 21 will hit,
Okay.
which will do a total of 18 points of damage.
Unless I re-roll, because I use empowered spell. So.
Right.
So it's 2d6. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll the 7 fire damage one. Right. So I spend 1 sorcery point. I re-roll the damage. Number of damage dice up to your charisma modifier, so that's fine. So I'll re-roll both of them.
Okay.
Or wait, can I pick just? Or no, I'll re-roll both.
Okay.
2d6. I think. Yes. Oh well.
Same
there we go.
damage. Either way, it is just enough to burn the creature, who erupts in flames, melting along the door with a hideous as it burns. It was about to take a turn, but it is dead, and the Jeffersons are safe for now.
Hell yeah! I even decorated their door now.
On the other side of the map, this choker, who was about to come after Tristel before she vanished, is going to take a moment and decide what the heck to do in this situation. So here is our wisdom check. Well, it's not the wisest of creatures. This is curious. What just happened over here? Let's go take a look. And it is going to move in your direction, Tristel. It doesn't know you're here, and it's going to be like walking in through this space. So you're walking towards it. As it's walking towards you, you could try and like move to the side and let it pass you. You could block its way. What would you do in this situation?
Body slam it. Just grab it.
Is the body slam an attack?
You could body slam it, and that would be an attack. It's not noticing you, and if it walks past you, you could also provoke an attack of opportunity if you wanted to do a melee attack or whatever.
Yeah, so I do want to. Like, I kind of want to, like, get on the behind of it and do, like, a backstab kind of thing.
Yeah, because it's coming towards the end to see what's going on. So if you just step out of the way, Let's see. I don't think you even need to make any checks. I think you've got like the railing there, and there's that planter box, so you can just step on the planter box and lean back, and it will walk past you and begin to leave. So you can make an attack against it at advantage because you are behind it and you're invisible, and it doesn't know you're here. So go ahead and make me a hit.
Ooh.
Your dagger will sink into its back for 4 points of damage as it is leaving your threatening square, which is all of its movement. Well, it had to move and dash to get here.
Right.
Having been attacked, which breaks your invisibility, the creature will use the rest of its movement to just get a little bit more clear from you and reassess the situation. And then we'll flip over to Kyra on the other side.
Oh,
Two of them
righty.
are coming towards you.
I am going to move over and start walking down the stairs. How do you do that? That's how you do the thing. 30 feet. And pull out my bow.
Nice.
And take 2 shots because I'm going to use my action surge.
Ooh. Excellent. The top one has some cover from the tree, but the bottom one has no cover at all.
Oh, it has cover. Okay, I'm only going to shoot at the bottom one then,
Perfect.
and not use action surge. Sure.
Oh wait, can you not use action surge on the same target, or?
You can, if you wish. 19 is a
Yeah.
hit for 4 points of damage. Whap! Arrow into the chest.
Do I do action surge twice? Yeah, I think I will.
Okay.
Fire another arrow.
A beautiful hit for
Nice.
9 points of damage, dropping the
wow.
creature
Hell yeah.
down.
Neat. We got this.
Right.
And that's my turn.
On the other side, Tristel, you've just stabbed in the back, and it's scampered away from you. It's next to the inn. You can see Greta poking her eyes out through one of the shutters, watching the battle unfolding nearby.
Oh man, 4 didn't take a whole lot off of it.
Neil, did you change the setting to auto roll damage?
No, I did not change any settings, but there was an update to Roll20, and they might have reset some things.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because that's what happened when I rolled mine too. I was kind of confused as to why it did that now.
I'm gonna change that back to not auto roll.
Yeah.
That seems like a good idea.
Okay. I think I've got this. I'm gonna cast
Okay.
sleep.
It's a great spell. It's worked for you many times before.
Yes. And let's do. I'll just roll it at level 1, so 5d8.
Let's see it. Whew, 19 is
Ooh.
enough.
Hell.
The creature is overcome by wooziness. They make no saving throws? I think we do this every single time, and I'm always surprised
Yeah.
that they make absolutely no saving throws, and then it just passes out on the spot. Leading us to the one over here near Kyra. Its buddy
Do I
has
still get movement?
just been murdered. Oh, yes, you still get movement. I'm sorry.
Then
It's
I'm
on my
gonna
turn.
get right up on that boy and get ready to,
Mm-hmm.
give him the old stab next turn.
Yeah. Okay.
And on my
Over-
turn, I'm like yelling and just like being a very threatening, like, please attack me. Don't attack any townspeople.
Yeah. Well, you did just murder this person's friend with 2 bow shots. And this one's thinking much better of this situation. This is not what they had hoped for. And so very quickly, they will scamper up the cliffside as if it's just like a normal wall or a normal ground, moving at full speed up the cliff. Sorry, how far was that? That is 15 plus 10 is 25 feet. And then they will use the rest of their movement to get behind the cover of this great big old oak tree over here. So they're fully behind cover, leaving us with Pearl's turn.
That is very far away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I presume I can see that there's all sorts of stuff going on over there, so I'm just gonna slowly make my way over there.
Okay.
So I guess with dash, it's gonna be 80 for every turn. And I have lost the arrow measurement tool. I forget which one it is. Oh, there it is. Okay.
You're so fast.
Yes. Over there. Perfect. Thanks. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep moving along this walkway, I think.
Great. The choker next to Tristel is unconscious, so it takes no actions. Kyra, your turn rolls around.
Let's see. Are they in full cover or like 3/4 cover?
Full cover. Yeah, they've like
So-
ducked behind the tree and they're hugging the tree as they
No
like.
chance whatsoever out shooting them. Okay.
No way.
So I am going to do a dash for 60 to there.
Excellent.
And I still can't see them or do anything, so yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Tristel, it is your turn. You've got a sleeping choker underneath you. And you know if you do any damage to it, it will break the sleep spell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do?
I think that's the play though. I think I'll do main hand. Like, can I do main hand attack offhand with daggers?
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's do that. Oh, actually, that would have been bonus action. Okay, that's fine.
Excellent. Please roll twice. You do have advantage on all these attacks. So you
All
might
right.
crit. You never know. So regular hit on the first and offhand attack, please. Oof. No crits, but we'll take the first one and another 3 over here. And the creature wakes up with like holes in its chest, its eyes bulging wide, its rough hands ready to do something. Over here, the one in hiding near Kyra will once again sort of double move into cover, and I think you're gonna lose its positioning as it like is well up on these boardwalks and behind trees, but it's going in the direction of the temple
Oh no.
where the bells are ringing. Hurl.
I'm just gonna keep going. So whatever is 80 feet. Yep.
Something like that.
Yep.
Okay. It is now time for the choker that is near Tristel. Tristel, describe. Are you like on top of this thing? Are you next to it? Are you sitting on it? Like, what is your physicality in relation to the beast?
Oh, and is it prone when it wakes up, or?
It is prone.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. I mean, if it's on the ground, I feel like I'm just gonna be standing kind of like over it. And taking the stab.
Great. It will reach out with its tentacle-like arms filled with spiky suction cups. These attacks are at disadvantage because it is prone.
Can I
what were you-
use cutting words as a reaction?
Yes.
So how do I do that? Oh, so I just roll a bardic inspiration die and then subtract that from the roll.
Yeah, you subtract it from its attack, ability check, or damage. So which would you like to do? Because you only have the one reaction that you can use. So you can preemptively do it before the attack roll, or you can do it, you can wait until after it hits and then decide to do it on the damage roll.
I think I'll do that if it hits and see if, because it could just miss.
Right. So here's the first attack at disadvantage. So I'll roll twice. 16 will hit you. So go ahead and roll me your Bardic Inspiration and subtract it from the 8 that it was going to do to you.
I'm trying to remember.
Someone in chat is very insistent about the fact that apparently you
86.
should crit against sleeping creatures. I don't know what is the rule, but
Ooh, that might actually be a rule. I think there is a section in the unconscious incapacitated that all hits against incapacitated creatures are critical hits. I think that person in chat is very right.
conditions.
What does that mean?
It means it should be
It
dead,
means-
very likely.
You should
Oh.
roll me some extra damages. Roll me an extra 2d4 damage against the beast. Oh, it is almost dead, but not quite. Off by 1.
Nice.
So it still hits, and I think your Bardic Inspiration is a D...
Right, it's a d6.
It's a D6? Okay, cool.
Yeah, 1d6.
Oh, okay. So it's a crit if you're within 5 feet, but if
And
not,
it's
you just have
unconscious.
advantage. Yeah, and it's unconscious. So if
And
you do
it's
it-
so yeah, I was right over it, so that
Yeah,
that works.
yeah. Okay.
But it has some HP left, and so I'll take 3 off whatever.
3 off of 8, so you'll take 5, which is just your temp HP. Nice and easy.
Neat.
That was the first attack, which, if the target is large or smaller, it is grappled. Until this grapple ends, the target is restrained, and the choker can't use this tentacle on another target. It has 2 tentacles. If the attack is a critical hit, the target also can't breathe or speak. So it doesn't have you by the neck, but it wraps one tentacle like on your arm and across your body and pins you to it. You are restrained, and I believe that means it has a bonus to hit you. I think it has
no.
advantage. Let me double check the rules. Yes. Attack rolls against creatures who are restrained have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So now it will reach out with its other tentacle. The disadvantage from it being prone cancels with the advantage of it already grappling you for a regular attack roll, which is a 24, which
It
once
sure
again
did hit.
wraps around
Sure
your
did hit.
body, ripping you for 8 points of real damage.
Ooh,
I feel like Greta should like poke it with a fork through the window or something just to help
yeah.
out.
You want to risk Greta's life?
No. Just
She
very
has-
like poking through and little.
It's the old woman.
She has 5 hit points before she dies.
Okay, Greta should not engage at all, actually.
Evie has also 5 hit points.
Wait, who's got 5
We're
hit
gonna-
points?
Eva?
Oh no, was that just roll
yeah.
right now?
Greta and Eva's hit points? Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Just
bless
determined
them.
them.
Bless their hearts.
Okay, I ran my maximum dashing distance, and I still don't see them, I'm guessing. So, yeah.
Oh, you're under the bridge, right?
Yes, I am under the bridge.
Right.
Correct then. If you are under the bridge, you still do not see them. Tristel, it is now your turn. The creature is grappling you with both of its tentacles while it's underneath you. Big, sharp teeth reach out as if they want to suck the blood from your corpse.
And importantly, which dress is getting ruined at this point?
Oh, it's the aqua blue dress.
Oh no.
But that's why I got extras, because I do find myself in these situations always. Let's see. So I'm at disadvantage right now because I'm tentacled.
But you're also at advantage because you're on top of it, so I guess they cancel?
Okay, fair enough. I mean, it's at 1 hit point, so I'm just gonna try to attack with my dagger.
Right. It tries to keep you off of it, but you use your weight and leverage from being on top to cancel that out and make me a hit, which will drive through the creature's body, rendering it dead. Its grip loosens across your torso
Nice.
and arm.
Thank you.
And what do you want to do?
Oh, yeah, I saw movement. So, oh my God, that thing just attacked. There's this dead body here. I'm just so afraid of it disappearing for some reason. Like, I don't know. But I'm worried there might be others in town, so are there still any left? Yeah.
Well, there was one that got away, but I don't know who saw it apart from Kyra.
I think I would be like calling out as best I can. Because
Makes
I'm
sense.
generally trying to make a ruckus right now.
Yeah.
And the church bells are still ringing. And Kyra is shouting, so you might be able to hear the commotion from towards the center of town.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely make my way over there regardless.
It's
Yeah.
360 feet.
I want to like cut off one of those tentacles and just keep it with me.
All right, you take a moment to saw off one of these rubbery squid-like appendages. Get it in your hand. Wait, hold on. Invisible monster. It's going to do some of this. Some of this. Okay, that will leave us with Pearl's turn.
Okay. Yep, I'm just gonna continue moving. So that would be over here somewhere, I guess.
Perfect. This is the dead one. Kyra, go ahead.
Yeah, I shall continue to run. Let's go. 40 feet and 60 feet. So I'm gonna try and run up these stairs next turn.
Great. Tristel, you've cut off well, that probably takes more than 6 seconds to cut off a tentacle. So, maybe not. How much of a tentacle do you want? Do you need like the thick part or just like a little bit off
Just
the edge?
yeah, on the edge of it. Yeah, because I'm just worried if it's gonna like disappear like it did last time. I want to have like something of it because it may be useful. So I'm gonna store that away and then I guess run like start heading over the other side of town.
Okay.
Because
There
you were
are-
calling out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just go your way.
So
Wait, where did
about
we
up
see
here.
it disappear?
It will disappeared behind the big tree.
Right, so this was the last spot. Okay. Okay.
So I'm just gonna hastily move some Tristels in that direction. Oh, never mind.
Oh, I'm going.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm messing up everything.
That's okay.
Pearl, you just keep jogging?
I keep going.
Okay, I will leave you to make your movements. Kyra, you're also heading up there?
Yep. Let's see. 17.
I can jump a fence
30.
without suffering movement speed penalties, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
60. Do I see anything?
Excellent. Yes, you do, Kyra. You see the readied ambush going off
Oh.
as you
Ooh,
approach
no.
this spot.
No.
And 3 of these things that were lurking on the other side of the fence waiting for you leap down and
this is bad.
make some attacks.
Oh, jeez.
It is the night of a full moon, actually. So you might not be... Give me a perception check, Kyra. See if you notice this attack coming either by light or by sound before it is... Ooh, not so great. Not so great. They get the drop on you. So they will have an advantage. So here's the first one with a 20. Okay, that's the first attack. And its second attack is
Misses.
a 14.
Okay.
The first one will do 9 points of damage to you. And it attaches itself, and you are restrained. The second one will also get 2 attacks at advantage each. 23 And a 15. I think the 23 will strike you
23 will.
for 8 points. And the last one will make the same thing. 7 is a miss, and a 13 is a miss. So you took
Oh, okay.
9
Last
and
one
8.
is. Did the first attack that went off, did that miss?
Of the last creature?
Of the first creature?
The first attack of the first creature was a hit.
Okay. So, and then I got immediately restrained after that attack.
Yes, that attack was the restraining attack.
Okay. So while I'm restrained, I guess, I'm going to use the riposte action,
Excellent.
which reaction, which I can roll a superiority die, and make a attack against a creature that missed.
Okay.
I don't really care which, as well as I add a 1d8 to the damage roll if it hits.
Great. We'll just say it's against the first thing that's attacking you then. So you have disadvantage. Please roll a second attack. You still hit. And you get damage plus d8.
Yep, that's regular. And
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
All right. 13
Nice.
damage against the one who initially restrained you.
Hell yeah.
And then a second one also hit and is grabbing you. And then the third one missed all of its attacks. And I think that is the end of your turn. Tristel.
wait, hang on. Yes, sorry. That was not
So-
my turn.
I'm so far
Okay.
away.
End of your turn, right?
Oh, it was still my turn.
You double
could I
moved
use
into that spot.
a
And you already
bonus
action
action.
surged. But you have not bonus actioned.
Yeah, I'm gonna use second wind,
Great.
or no, wait, do I second wind? 25, 38. No, I do not second wind. Sorry.
Oh no.
Continue.
Okay.
All right,
This is
Tristel, you can
dangerous.
see
Don't die.
across the open canyon to the quick movement on the other side. You can see that Kyra has been mobbed, and yet you are so far away.
Yeah.
What is the range on your
just
spells? Like,
Keep trucking. So that's kind of what I'm checking. I was seeing if I could use like a bonus action, maybe give you one of my bardic inspiration dies. A lot of it's 90 feet, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's keep you moving. Pearl, your turn, and you keep moving.
okay, so checking ranges now. I am in range for a lot of my shenanigans. Do I see any of them, or is this kind of this is in the way
Yeah, I think
situation?
the boardwalk is getting in the way. You'd have to
Okay.
be like over on this side or something.
Would I have noticed this happening?
Give me a perception check, because you might have seen them jump down from up above.
Oh, that I should
DC
have
10.
seen. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Perception check.
Yeah, DC 10.
Neat.
Yep, you
Okay.
saw them jump down.
All right. So if I climb up here to this spot, then I should be able to hit them, right?
Yes.
Okay. All three, or is
That-
any of them in cover?
From that spot, this one will have a little cover, but the other ones wouldn't. The bigger question is that this is 25 feet over and 15 feet up. So that is 40 feet of movement if you can climb as fast as you can walk. Do you have some sort of
No.
bonus to your climbing speed?
Well, my climbing speed does increase with my base speed, right?
Yeah, normally you climb at half your walking rate.
Right. So my climb speed is
Wait, you
20.
do have a climb speed.
And I
As
do
a
have
tabaxi,
Or wait, yeah, I do have a.
You have an explicit climb speed, right?
Yeah. I forget how mobile interacts with climb speed.
Because of your claws, you have a climbing speed of 20. So you could climb. When climb speeds and move speeds interact, it gets a little weird. You have to get +10 to your movement for mobile, so your climb speed is actually 30. You move 25 without any problem. Can you climb? If you break up your... It's fine. You can climb. It's not worry about it. You've got the climb speed. You get up there.
Okay. But I still can't hit the one with low health.
Right. Well, yeah.
Or is it just
Yeah.
behind cover?
It's behind cover. It has +5 to its AC.
Okay, if that is the case, magic missile still hits stuff behind cover though, right?
Yes, you need to be able to see them. This guy's behind 3/4 cover, so let's see the exact magic missile. Each target of your choice that you can see within range deals damage, so you can see it. That'll be fine.
Hell yeah. Okay. Then... Oh geez, I don't know how many missiles I should launch on that one. If it should be 1 or 2. I'm gonna do 2 missiles on the one with low health. And 1 missile on the one closest to me. So, magic missile, that's what I'm gonna do.
2 on the weak, 1 on the strong.
Yes.
All right.
And I did use Tides of Chaos, so I believe I need to both roll a 1d20.
And a cantrip surge.
No, not cantrip surge, but...
Oh, right. Sorry. Regular surge plus an extra 1, right?
Yes. Although, is that at your discretion, or is it just the immediate next attack?
That's at my discretion, which is usually the next attack.
All right. Doing a 1d20. 18. Okay.
There is one of the strong ones is grappling me, and one of the strong ones is not grappling me, I believe.
I thought you attacked the one that grappled you.
There's 2 that are grappling me.
Oh, is there? Which one is grappling?
The one in back.
Oh, the one turned toward you? I think I would want to prioritize the ones that are actively grappling Kyra then.
Okay. Anytime before you begin use of this feature, the DM can have you roll in the Wild Magic Surge table. Yeah? So you don't create a Wild Surge naturally, but Tides of Chaos does cause a Wild Surge.
Yes.
So roll me a 1d100.
Okay.
Here we go.
Get my various
Okay.
books and dice so I can randomize the table upon which you actually are rolling. Love
nervous.
the chaos.
Okay, we'll be fine. Oh no, that looks like a
mean-
dangerous number. I'm getting the sense that this one is bad.
Got a couple of tables here. One table is harmless. The other is quite a bit helpful to you, actually.
Oh,
So, would you
hell
roll
yeah.
me a d6?
Bam, helpful table.
It is the harmless table. The caster pivots 180 degrees. You unleash your magic missiles. They fly across. They embed themselves in the choker, and before you know it, the whole world has changed. The canyon's been flipped around. You're facing the wrong direction.
I'm glad these
but you
are
roll me
homing. I didn't have to aim with a
2d4. Give me the 2d4 plus 2. And
I also have another question.
yes.
Can I use multiple meta magic during a one attack?
Great question.
Sorry for all the questions and the rules and stuff.
No. Meta magic. You gain these. You can only use one meta magic option on a spell when you cast it, unless otherwise noted.
Okay. All right. Just in case, I might want to re-roll the damage for one of the missiles. Okay, so 3 magic missiles. So
And we'll do the first 2 against the top one and the other one against this.
I was
3d4
thinking against
plus
the
3.
back one because that one is grappling.
Oh,
Kyra.
right.
I would want to prioritize
Right.
whichever one is grappling.
Yes.
Okay. That is so. First the 2 on the low health one, I guess. So that's 6 damage, I think.
Yes, unless you would like to re-roll one of them.
No.
Okay. 6 damage will do it, and it dies.
Hell yeah. And then the last one, I do not want to re-roll that.
All right. 5 damage on the back one grappling. Excellent.
Okay.
That was Pearl's turn, so Kyra's turn comes along. You are wounded. One of these creatures is dead. One of them is wounded themselves and grappling onto you, and another is lurking in your face.
So I get disadvantage attacking either of them, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Do you have any like fighter shenanigans that can cancel that disadvantage?
I don't think so, no. Actually, wait. I can... yeah, I can cancel it out.
Oh.
Although, lore-wise, it doesn't really make sense. We'll run it by Koibu.
What?
I have a skill called Fainting Attack, which means that I have advantage on my next attack roll against that creature. So the advantage and disadvantage, would that cancel out?
It would, just for that one attack.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay. I would like to do that against the creature that's grappling me.
Sure. Would you like to describe what your feint looks like? What are you pretending to do when in actuality you're doing something else?
I know that these creatures are pretty dumb, so I think I'm going to, like, try and swing with my shield and pretend that my shield is my weapon. And just, like, come around the other side with my sword.
Excellent.
Nice.
So that's a normal roll. Ooh!
That is a hit.
What?
That is a crit. Your
I
sword
also-
plunges. Oh, you also get to roll double damage on superiority die. So,
No.
yeah, one more d8 on top of that, please.
Damn, that's a lot of damage.
18 and 7 is 25. That seems right to
What
me.
is math?
Jesus Christ.
Your
this
sword
hell.
goes all the way through the creature, out the other side, and it goes down.
Deleted noodle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just gone, and you find yourself ungrappled.
Neat.
You still have movement and a bonus action.
Let's see. Do I use my bonus action? Sorry, fainting attack takes my bonus action.
Ah, okay, perfect then. Movement? Run away?
No, I do not want to provoke a opportunity attack.
Fine. Tristel, it's your turn.
All right. So I think I'm just gonna keep running towards them.
Alrighty. Running through awnings, through people's front yards. You can see windows poking out of heads. Heads poking out of windows.
Can I see what's going on over there? Or still not yet? I'm just running because I would kind of like to imagine that I'm running over there while they're actively fighting. Like, you guys, there's monsters.
I think the staircase is actually in the way of your line of
Yeah.
sight right now. So
Okay, so that's what we're doing.
all right. Woo! Running to the next stage. Pearl, you've climbed up. You've thrown your missiles down.
Yeah.
You're facing the wrong direction.
Hell yeah.
Mildly confused.
All right, I'm gonna first attempt to recover from my mild confusion. It's not a condition to be turned the wrong way, I presume.
No,
Okay.
there are very few ramifications of being twisted and turned, but
All right.
wild magic, yo.
Oh shit, do I
Iron
actually
Man
have a
reference.
spell slot for magic missile? I forget if I consumed one. I have one spell slot left, but I'm not sure if that's a true spell slot or...
Oh boy.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I either have 1 or 0. Do I roll for it, or... Because I don't remember.
You should have had 4, and then I think when you were rolling magic missiles, it cast it over and over again. So when you first cast magic missile, you had 3 spell slots remaining.
Oh, okay. Alright, so I should
Yeah.
have 3. Neat.
You have 3 remaining.
That makes sense. Alright. Well, that's good. Alright, I think I'm going to stay at this range. This is a comfortable range, actually. And I do have clear line of sight, so I'm just going to continue doing magic missile.
All right.
And I can re-roll any number of the damage die. And this is, so it would be 3d6 plus 3? Is that it?
3d4 plus 3
3d4
for magic
plus 3.
missile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Alright. There we go.
Oh, that is a
can I
lot of damage.
Re-roll the last one then.
Okay.
Or wait, do I
Okay.
have to re-roll all of them?
Nope. You can pick which ones.
Nice.
Oh, neat. Then I'm re-rolling the last one. So I'm using
That's
a
good.
sorcery point. And so would that be, yeah, just 1d4?
Just 1d4.
Well-
Same damage.
Okay. Never mind. then.
Okay. It is the Choker's turn. Somehow they're no longer on the initiative table, but they do go before Kyra. Let's give him initiative 8. It's in a tight spot here. So what it does is it disengages, takes the disengage action, moves over to the temple, and even though the doors are somewhat shut, it squeezes itself through.
Punch them,
onto
Greg.
the inside.
Do it. Greg was ready on the inside of the door, just punching the noodle immediately in the face.
Well, on the inside of the door, we do actually have the people who retreated here. Biggs and Wedge are both wounded, as they were the first things to interact with these creatures, but they managed to get away. I guess by now Annabelle would have cast some Cure Light Wounds, though. She's got some slots, so she would have healed for 7, and wow, good job, Annabelle. Just killing it. Taking away all the danger from the situation. So Jesse, with his readied action as the creature comes in, will two-handed spear. 14 is not good enough. And Greg will slam and critically miss.
No.
Leaving us with Kyra's turn.
God damn it, Greg.
And property damage.
All right. Let's see. Is the door unlocked?
No, it is quite locked.
Shoot.
Oh, did it go through without, like...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it did. It literally like went up to the door and that like crack in between the doors, which don't seal quite perfectly. It just slipped itself in between the
Damn.
door frame and
Ew.
to the
Yeah.
inside.
Here's a question. How wide is this crack in the door frame, specifically compared to my sword?
You could fit your sword in it.
I'm going to stab my sword through the crack in the door frame, simultaneously crying out that it's Kyra.
Okay.
I have
will
no
give you
idea how to rule this.
Advantage
or-
on the attack because it definitely doesn't see this coming, but you're gonna need a natural 20 to hit it because it's got like +5 from cover and some other shenanigans. So
But I mean, it was
Give me 2d20.
guaranteed that it went through that crack, so it's very, like... It's quite certain
could've
that it's
moved
right
to the
ahead of
left.
it, right?
how to move to the right.
Oh, I rolled a 19.
No!
Oh, yeah. You graze the creature without quite
Oh.
killing it.
Damn.
That's really
Christelle.
epic, though. That's
Yeah.
really epic. You guys, there's a monster. Wait, how far can I go? There's a monster in the town.
Pearl.
Okay. Oh, geez. I don't know what I should do in this situation. I don't think I can just unlock the door. Yeah, I think I would just move closer. Maybe. Or actually, is this a maybe I'll stay here? How far can I move? I got 40.
Ready an attack in case it comes out.
Yeah. That'd probably be good. I think I'll move over here. And yeah, I think I'll just be ready to make an attack against it in case I see it.
What sort of ready attack are you trying to create?
So I'm gonna ready. I'm gonna ready firebolts. I also forgot to roll on the cantrip surge or
you
surge thing.
Wild
last
surge.
time.
Yes. Give me another d20.
Okay.
All right. You're gonna have to be in a slit. This tree will block anything going
right.
through it.
Uh,
So you can be like over here and get line of sight to the door.
yeah, that works. Okay.
Perfect. Okay. The creature's turn on the inside.
Hang on.
This is not great.
Uh,
It will. Yes.
So the creature went into the church.
Yes.
There's a readied action against it. Shouldn't the people in the church
you're
have
right.
their turn?
Yes, they would have gone somewhere in between this. Absolutely. So Jesse will do his best with a two-handed thrust, which will strike home and
Hell
bring
yeah.
low the choker.
Proud moment for
And a few
Jesse.
moments
Jesse's
later-
training has paid off.
Yeah.
So proud.
A few moments later, the doors will throw themselves open, and out will come Jesse, Biggs, Wedge, and Annabelle, leaving Greg inside.
Okay, with no time to spare, I'm going to order all of my guards to run around town and take a roll call, because there might be a monster that is inside a house right now, munching on a citizen. So,
Excellent. And with that, we will end our session for the day.
Okay.
The party
Sorry,
searches
I
the
was just
town.
You
making
guys,
sure.
you guys, there's a there's a monster
You're
in
like
the
stumbling
town.
over the corpses as you say that there's a monster.
Yeah, you guys, I think there's a monster. And I have the tentacle look.
Oh goodness. Neat. We did it. We didn't die.
We did it.
When we come back next week, we will discover that there are no monsters in any of the homes. However,
Oh.
there are some draconians nearby who had their own encounter with some chokers and slew them, and will be bringing you their corpses. Is that Thor?
This is Thor. This is his natural voice.
This is the way.
This is just how he do. Some people think it's like a screaming kid, but no, it's
It
Thor.
sure does sound like one.
I guess it is our screaming little kid running around.
Yeah. No, yeah. Wow.
Whew. Okay.
We will do experience next week because we're still sort of in the flow and there might be some other things coming up. And we will sort all that out when we come back on the 9th of October.
Oh yeah, is everyone free on the 9th? Okay, I forget, because I vaguely recall that there was one where people couldn't. Maybe that's the week after? Or are we?
It's like the week after.
Okay, alright. Neat. Hell yeah.
Super good.
Alright.
Oh, good.
Congratulations, party. Well done.
Yeah.
Do we have anything that we need to shout out or say before we go away?
Nothing for me.
I don't think so. Neil, are you streaming after this? Do you want me to raid you, or?
I need to have breakfast or lunch, or whatever meal of the day it is appropriate.
And you're
for.
not streaming that, I presume then, so.
I will. No, we're not doing a social eating stream right now.
Mukbang.
I noticed the tag when I was like starting the stream, and I noticed social eating, and I'm like, maybe we're gonna eat in this game, you know?
That'd be nice.
Okay.
Here's a very intense and in-depth question for chat.
Oh.
Do we get ragdoll or Maine Coon kittens?
This is a very difficult question that we've been grappling with a lot.
Ragdoll. Ragdoll. I am a ragdoll
Oh.
because they better like indoor house cats. Maine Coons are like a little more active in temperament.
That's
So-
sort of what I feel as well. So like right now, I'm leaning toward ragdoll because of that, because ragdolls are like actively bad at being outside. They're like not even made for that. But I do like the aesthetics of Maine Coon better because they're really, really, really nice colors.
They got
and
real
everything.
long ears.
Yeah, although I
You
mean,
should find a mix. If you could find like a mix
maybe, but that's
and
hard.
adopt.
Um,
A lot of them that you find in shelters that they label, ooh, this is a Maine Coon kitten. It's gonna be a ragdoll mix. So mine were adopted, and I did the like cat DNA test thing, and they're a mix of ragdoll and Maine Coon. So
Yeah, I should check in on the shelter again. Last time I checked,
Yeah.
there were like pretty much all of them were like, this is a farm cat. They have to live outdoors. And I'm like, oh, okay.
oh yeah,
And they like
you don't
lived
want to
outdoors
like
for
break
most of
that.
their life and whatnot. Yeah. And I also like I really want to get 2 siblings so that they can hang out with each
Yes,
other.
a bonded pair.
Yeah, but then that's hard if I want both a ragdoll and a Maine Coon. So then I would have to get 4 cats, you know, and that would be a lot.
If you get them as kittens, it doesn't matter. If you get them both as kittens, they'll bond. They don't have to be siblings.
Mm, neat.
Mine did that. I got them. They were like, well, I found that they were kind of like gutter babies. Like they were just out and about, and they were like 6 weeks old. But
That's
they were
so
both
sad.
kittens. Yeah, I don't know. Someone had dumped them off. It was really sad.
I don't understand how people can do that. Like,
I know, but
it's
yeah,
so
so
weird to me.
definitely adopting is a cool option. But that's just food for thought from my experience. If you get 2 kittens, they do the bond thing. Yep,
Yep.
those are my sense.
I think what's the 12 weeks? I think is the when you usually get them from.
That's
from
like what
breeders,
they.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's when they're properly weaned and everything.
Right.
But yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that's what we're dealing with right now.
Kittens. That's so exciting.
We'll see how it goes. Oh, we do know someone who does breed ragdolls. Like a friend of mine in the industry. So we might see some kittens there if they actually want to mate. But you know, cats do what they want. So maybe they're not going to mate, and then nothing's going to happen, and then they're not going to do anything for overwinter. So anyway, all right. That's it. I think I don't have anything to shout out. Yeah.
Okay.
Either.
How about you, Neil?
Then we have Legends of Arcadia Genesis tomorrow. We're getting near the end of Greg's storyline. So it's the end of chapter 2 of that, or getting near. Don't know exactly where it's going to be.
Oh, are you doing like arcs for different DMs, sort of?
Yeah, I DM'd for a while, and then one of the other players is DMing in the same setting, and I'm taking over a player slot. And then when we finish up this story arc, someone else will DM, and the other person will rotate in, and that way everyone at the table gets to run for everyone else,
Nice.
and sort of set and create lore for the world and the history.
That's neat.
Yeah. My friend's mom breeds Maine Coons, although she does live in Seattle. It's a little far from you to ship a cat.
I mean, Thor
Thor
moved from
did come
Seattle.
from Seattle.
That's true.
It was a lot though.
Yeah, yeah. It didn't seem like fun to fly that distance.
Yeah.
How do you guys think cats would fare on like a 2-day road trip cross country?
Oh my God, I have done it, and that was one of the worst experiences of my life, let me tell you. I drove from Austin. Well, okay, I drove with my boyfriend, and that was the only way. It's only possible if you can have someone to like swap out, and like, yeah, okay, it was a pretty terrible experience. So sorry, that's not encouraging. We did go to the vet and we got anxiety meds. So one of my cats, she responded really well to that. The boy cat did not, and the carrier has a hole in it now
Oh,
from
oh, geez.
this trip. Yeah.
I guess it also depends
So-
on like how adventurous the cat is. Like if your cat is used to going to new places, I'm guessing it's going to be easier. But if they're not, then it's going to be a
It
nightmare,
sounds
right?
it sounds like it's just transporting them, right?
Yeah, we're looking
I
at
guess it
holiday
depends.
plans, and we want to go back to California, but we don't necessarily want to fly. So we were gonna drive and do some stuff around California. We don't want a house sitter, so we're thinking about taking the cat with us. But like a 2-day car drive across the desert with a cat in the car is maybe not a great idea.
My input is no. I couldn't. No one could pay me money to do that again.
That's some very useful feedback. Thank you.
Sorry. Yeah. No. I think someone that I work with was also making the trip from Austin to Maryland, and I was like,
Oh,
it's tough with
yeah,
cats, but
okay.
that was my input.
Okay.
Find a good cat sitter, I guess.
Peace and love.
All right. Well, I think we are good then, and we'll catch you all next week.
Yeah.
Same place, same time.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna stick around a little bit post stream in case people want to chat. Yeah. Otherwise, see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye. Thor is yelling in the background. Hey, Mister. What's up there? Okay. Post-stream chat in case people had questions or whatever, because it's kind of hard to answer everything during stream. Yeah, cats and cars don't mix. I was thinking like, because it seems like you can sort of get kittens used to things, and then that's going to carry over to when they get older. So if you want to like bathe your kittens to clean them like once a month or whatever, it depends on the breed, however often you should clean them. But like you can get stuff like that. Like you can get them used to that when they're kittens, but after that, it's going to be really, really, really hard to get them to accept to like taking a bath. So I wonder if there's like, I'm pretty sure you can get cats used to it, but you have to get them used to stuff like that at a really early age. So that's when you need to like expose them to all the things you want them to be used to. Like, I don't know, walking out on a leash in a harness. Like, you have to make sure to do that early. Because after like a year or so, they're going to be pretty much set in their ways and not want to do anything outside of that. Yeah. Yeah, there's when looking up various like breeders and whatnot, quite many of them are really careful about how they raise the cats. To like make sure that they socialize with new people so that they're not like growing up to be really scared of people. Some of them like have them grow up with kids, because most breeders that I know like just have cats in their home. So people obviously have kids, and then, you know, the cats get used to kids and sometimes other pets and whatnot. So like that period in the beginning is really important for the cat to like get to know the things in the world and be okay with those things. And then it's kind of scary after that. I remember a long time ago, my sister got a cat, and hey, Snoop. You missed this, Snoop. My sister got a cat quite a long time ago, and we didn't train that cat to walk on a leash for a very long time, until they were like 1 year old or something. And then we tried, and it did not go well. We just like put the little harness on, and he just kind of stopped functioning. He just started like walking backwards into walls. It was just like absolute chaos. Like he could not like walk normally whatsoever. So I'm guessing like you have to like get them used to that kind of stuff really early on. It's hard. Cats are very picky. So that little period of childhood experience is really important. Anyway, any questions or anything before we head off? How was your week in very general and opaque details? I've been sick, so Khyperia, Ashley, well, I guess most of you know her as Khyperia, has been sick for like about a week ago, she was really sick, and then she passed it off to me. So I've been really sick this week. So I've been very, very knocked out for the most part, feeling pretty trash. Yeah, it's been back and forth. And then I also tweeted about cryptocurrency this morning because I was frustrated with NFTs, and that's a mistake. Don't tweet about NFTs because you're gonna have so many crypto bros in your replies, and it is extremely frustrating to deal with. And so that was a mistake. I'm not gonna, hopefully not gonna tweet about NFTs again because goddamn, I do not have the energy to argue with these people. Goodness. Anyway, so that's how things have been going. Otherwise, it's been okay. In general, I'm sort of like, I'm not burnt out, but I feel like I'm on the verge of burning out. So I've been trying to take it easy in general. So sort of trying to not do a lot of work in general, which is hard because most of what I do is work or in one way or another related to work. And everything I do for fun is usually work related. So I don't really know what it's like not to work. The only thing right now that I do sort of consistently that's not work related is drawing. So I've been practicing a little bit of illustration and gesture drawing and whatnot. So that's kind of my escape right now. How's it going for you two? Oh, you slap.
Where's the stick?
I don't know how anyone can justify NFTs. I feel like there might be some utopian future where NFTs are fine, but there's a lot of work left to get to that point, and everybody who's doing NFTs are pretending like we're already there, and that's frustrating to me. It's like, oh, NFTs are fine. They're not actually the thing causing our planet to consume vast quantities of energy and whatnot. And then it's like, but yes, they do, because it's not proof of stake yet. It's all proof of work. And then it's like, oh, but it's going to switch to proof of stake in about a year or so. It's on the roadmap. And it's like, well, why are you doing NFTs now then? Like, I don't get it. It's so weird. It's frustrating. And then the whole thing is like, it just feels like a huge pyramid scheme. And all of this crypto garbage is like so full of like pump and dump schemes, which is illegal for a good reason. But because crypto is like really hard to regulate right now, there's no regulation around it. So of course people are going to exploit poor people. So it's just so shitty. It's this like exploitation of people and tricking people into thinking that something is valuable. And all the proof of work crypto is just trash, and you should never ever touch it or do anything with it because it's just detrimental to our planet. And so I don't get why people do this kind of shit. And I also don't get why people defend it. It's so weird. And I just don't get it. Oh my goodness.
You want a piece of shit?
What?
You want a piece of shit?
Wait, piece of shit?
Piece of shit.
Wait, did he drop a piece of shit?
You got a piece of shit.
When?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You piece of shit. Wait a little teacher.
Anything only has the value someone is willing to pay for it. I mean, yeah, that's true. I don't mind people trading. Like stock trading is basically that, right? It's just the like grift and the pump and dump schemes that really, really, really bother me. And there's a lot of like inflated value and whatnot that just feels gross. And one of the things that bother me the most is that some people pretend that they're doing this for the sake of artists. Like, oh, we're doing this for the artists so the artists can finally get paid for their work. And it's just like, no, you're not. Like, stop pretending like you are. Like there's a reason, like ArtStation tried to make the move into NFTs and they got huge amounts of backlash. And so like, artists are generally not excited about this. There are some that are, but generally, as far as I can tell, everyone kind of hates this whole thing. And so it's just frustrating. Yep. But anyway, if it moves to a proof of stake future, then I'm probably gonna just, instead of considering to be like stupid and dangerous, it's just gonna be stupid. And that's better than stupid and dangerous. So hopefully that's gonna come soon. Because like it seems like this is not going away because there are too many companies that are excited about NFTs. So we're probably gonna have to live with it in one form or another. But it just sucks. I just don't like it. Whatever. And like it just feels like it doesn't solve a problem that we need solving. Fraud is not confined to crypto. Just look at tech fraud in America and China. I'm sure there's fraud everywhere, but why have another avenue of fraud? Like, why should we fuel this?
Like fraud that's very difficult to regulate.
Oh yeah.
The point of crypto is that it's difficult to regulate fraud.
Exactly. Like it's by design, it's like decentralized and really hard to do something with. And I guess there's other issues with the whole idea of things that are unregulatable. Like, I don't know. I guess that's more of an emotional issue for me that I haven't looked into too much, but I do have a bit of a, like, I get an emotional bad taste in my mouth whenever something is this hyper-libertarian, like, unregulatable free market idea, because it just seems to completely ignore the fact that there are market failures, right? And so, like, completely unregulated markets are dangerous. Like, they are so prone to exploiting people. And, like, we've seen this over and over again. And so, like, it's just kind of gross to me that this is probably going to happen, or it is to some extent happening with NFTs already. And so I just don't want to see that trend continue. But I don't know. It's hard. And then every time I criticize NFTs, they're like, oh, but there are also people who attack someone as soon as they try NFTs. And it's like, yeah, that's dumb. Don't attack individuals for like, and then I have to like defend that, and like it's so frustrating. It's like I don't know. It bothers me a lot. Like I do agree that some people are a little bit too aggressive against people that are trying NFTs because they want to make money. Because all artists are trying to make money and survive. Like I get it, but like. I don't condone that type of behavior, but I still don't like NFTs, and I'm still going to try to encourage people not to get into it. But like, that's not my point, right? I want to criticize the whole idea of NFTs and having them around, and like encouraging this type of proof of work trading. But having arguments on Twitter sucks. I don't think I should ever talk about contentious issues like this on Twitter again. I used to have like infinite energy to do this, but I realized that now during my like half burnout situation, I can't spend my energy on that. I just can't. I'm just gonna stick to educational stuff and my art, and I can't talk about anything more like politically spicy or divisive when I'm feeling like this. Maybe when I'm feeling better, but right now I feel like I should just consciously make an effort not to tweet about stuff like that, because people are gonna get angry, gonna misinterpret me, and it's just annoying. Try to use Twit longer so you can formulate the idea probably. I don't know. I think it's not gonna help. It's just more fuel to the fire that people can like attack. Like it's just like, oh, but in this sentence you didn't clarify this. How could you not like bring this thing up? Or people this time were like, oh, but I know people in poor countries and they make a living off of NFTs. So if you criticize NFT, you are actually hating on poor people. It's like Like they even tried to bring up that like it's only wealthy white people that don't need the money that criticize NFTs. This is actually really helping poor people. It's like, oh yeah, sure, okay. Like destroying our planet actually helps poor people. I forgot about that. Cool. I'm so done. Anyway, sorry for the non-D&D related rant. How can we combine D&D and the blockchain? This sounds like a startup. How about that? Wouldn't that be neat? All of the roles are on the blockchain, so they can be like verified and be 100% true. Wow. Writing anything the way you want to express without misinterpretation is almost impossible. Yeah, it's really true. Like, it is extremely hard. And the problem is that sometimes you want to phrase a sentence to make it sound a little bit funnier with a tiny bit of hyperbole. But that is like a death sentence on like some corners on the internet, especially if you have the amount of followers that I do. And that you just get so many bad faith people. And it's just like, okay. Oh my God. All right. Sure. I'm so frustrated with nitpickers. But to some extent, I guess I just have to accept that this is what happens when you get more followers and you grow a platform of some sort. And like the shitty thing is that you can't really fight it. Like there's no like tools to prevent this from happening. Like I noticed this on YouTube when I uploaded my Bezier curve video. A lot of nitpickers there too. Made a video about a math concept, and it was like a 20-minute video about Bezier curves. And that video got a lot of traction. And with a lot of traction comes a lot of attention, and with a lot of attention comes a lot of nitpickers. People who insist on finding every single tiny flaw, or not even every single tiny flaw, but every single thing that might be interpreted as a flaw because I didn't phrase it correctly enough. And like, it's fine to get one comment that's like, I wish I could have clarified this bit a little bit more because it's actually a little bit ambiguous when you phrase it this way, but otherwise I like the video. I don't mind comments like that. That's totally fine. The stuff that I hate is when I like over and over and over and over again get notifications on my phone every single morning where it's someone who's like, you pronounced this thing incorrectly. And I'm like, thanks. This is the 50th time I get this message. I added something in the description about this. I've responded to every single comment who's pointing this out that, yes, I know I pronounced this one thing incorrectly. Can you just shut up? It's like, I don't need to hear this 50 times. And like, please just read the description before you say anything about this. Like, and then I get so many questions that I've already answered. Like, there are so many people who asked me like, oh, how did you make the video? I answer that in the description of the video, and in the video itself, during the credits section, I talk about how I made the video. And every single comment that's asked about how I made the video, I've responded to. And yet, people still ask me, how did you make the video? It's like, did you take any effort to try to figure this out? Or did you just like fart out a comment? Sorry, I'm being overly mean to people who are excited and want to ask questions, and that's okay, but it does get to me. And I'm not gonna like be angry at any individuals for doing this, but it is frustrating. And so like there's the frustrating thing for me is that there's no way to fix this really. Like I know some like feedback forums have this feature where if you start typing a question, it will show you similar questions that have already been asked. I wish there was something like that for YouTube comments, where if someone types like, oh, you pronounced this thing incorrectly, they would see that 25 other people have already commented this one thing. And then they might be like, oh, okay, they've already let them know. So I wish there was something like that. But anyway, I'm in a rant mood right now for some reason. I ranted about my hacking NFT tweets, and now I'm ranting about YouTube. Meh. You might notice that I have less patience this week. I'm usually pretty patient, but in this case, I'm giving up this week. Need to gate some comments before the disclaimers and lore appendix. Yeah, it would be nice to have like an FAQ feature on YouTube. Oh, wait, isn't there a feature where you can pin comments? I might actually be able to pin, I write my own comment and pin it, where I can just answer every single goddamn question I keep getting. Maybe that's the way I should do it. But then people need to open the comments section. Or I guess they have to do that in order to comment. So that's the place to do it. Because people don't read the description and they don't watch the whole video. And they comment anyway. But the comment section would like force them to see that, I think. Won't help probably? I'm not sure. Maybe. It's not a question of like, will it fix everything? It's a question of how many, what percentage of people will I repel by doing this? People are probably more likely to read the top comments than read the description. Yeah. How dare people not watch the whole video? Most people watch, I think 50% drop off after the intro. It's actually wild how quickly people drop off YouTube videos. Let me check. Oh, people drop off even before the intro is done, half of the viewers are gone. Yeah, there seems to be a good chunk of people that are very impatient, but then it sort of flattens out. And most people, let's see, half of the ones that keep watching watch about half of the video. The other half sticks around to the end, and then it drops off rapidly during the credits. Yeah. The intro was pretty neat, so maybe a lot of people come back to just watch the intro. Maybe, but I'm not sure if it would double count. I imagine it wouldn't, right? But I'm not sure how it would aggregate like multiple views from the same person. Hello, Rocket Launcher. I'm pretty okay. I'm a little bit sick and I'm like half burnt out right now, but otherwise I'm pretty okay. Seems like most people click to see what it's about and then realize it's not for them. Yeah, I imagine there's a lot of people that do that. Just kind of like just zapping between different TV channels. What's going on here? We just wrapped up our D&D game and now it's post D&D chatting. So gonna end the stream pretty soon. I'm just rambling about random stuff. Oh, you asked about spells. I'm not sure yet. I'm swapping out my Thunder Wave with Shatter. And then I'm adding another spell. I forget which one I want to add. I'm not sure yet. There's a lot of spells that I like the idea of, but I haven't decided which one. Shatter Dive? I don't know what that is. Shatter is like a weak fireball. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw. A creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. A creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has a disadvantage on this saving throw. Yep. So it's like instead of a fireball, it's a thunderball, and it's weaker. Ask Koibu if you can prepare an explosive pot and activate it with a fireball cantrip. Can you? Might work, but I'm not sure where I would get a hold of explosives. That seems a little advanced. I don't think Pearl would know how to do that, and probably not anyone in town either. Crowd control seems more synergistic for now. Yeah, because I don't really have crowd control right now. Like Magic Missile and Scorching Ray can target multiple creatures, but quite often I use them as single target stuff. And whenever we meet like a mass amount of creatures, I get scared because even though they might have low amounts of health, so do I. And if they are many, that means they get many attacks, and many attacks is bad news for me, especially if they're ranged. So I do want to be able to protect myself against mass amounts of weak creatures that can probably do enough damage to kill me because I'm very low health. Maybe I should do the fog cloud one, I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, I still have one spell left to pick, and then I got it. Oh yeah, I did pick the mobile feat, so I didn't increase my stats. Okay. All right. All right. Anyway, I think that's gonna be it for that's gonna be it for me. Thanks for joining. There are some whip spells. This might be good with a mobile feat, maybe like a melee spell. Have a great weekend. Thanks. Okay. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed this episode. We will be back in a week. Yeah. All right. Thank you everyone for joining. As usual, feel free to join our Discord in case you want, or if you want to join Neil's Discord. I don't have a link to it, but there is a link somewhere. I don't know where to get it. Also feel free to check out Koibu's stream, our DM, who's doing really cool work. Maybe the Discord link is on Koibu's channel. Where is the Discord? There we go. There you go. Neil's Discord that you should join and hang out. That's probably the most active place if you want to talk specifically about D&D and our campaign. But you can also do it in my Discord. You can hang out in either. Yeah. All right. Thanks everyone for joining. I will see y'all in a week. Bye.